Yo, what up? Cool, that knob does work. What up? Hola, come Oasis. Who likes very bright flashing lights? I do. And this game is all that. Chalk, thunderstorm, no clouds, and not fireworks. Yeah, Lagunar Leave. I wonder if I have that on here somewhere. You got that. All right, stream over. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Thanks so much. You heard EBB. Just a streamer leaving, and that's it. And that's all right. You got it. Thank you. I love. I miss the PlayStation 3. And I miss it for a handful of reasons, and one of those reasons, how can I go without you? One of those reasons is these fucking theme things that they had for all the games. This shit is fucking awesome. Sir Roland just left the chat. Yeah. No, I think that Sir Roland just came here to hang out with us. But yeah, look at this shit. This shit was super cool. Not every game did it, but like it was awesome when every game did, right? All right, check this out. Pretty, right? Like this is default. It's just that weird. It's just a regular background. That's default. And you come in here. Stop coming. Oh, Mr. Roland is regenerating. But like, you know, it's pretty. Then you got this. Pretty. Stop. Don't come. Oop. Some of the buttons are a little wacky on this thing. Unfinished Swan. Real pretty. Bit Runner 2. Let's see if Dragon Crown had anything on there. They got plenty of titties and shit like that, but nah, not here though. Not here though. This is a Vanillaware game, so you know there's some fucking titties up on there. The PS3 got some motherfucking Sonic CD up in it. So you want to know what's funny is that like Sonic CD is one of the games that don't got shit programmed for it, but it fucking should. It fucking should, right? Because this game's got some fire ass music. It's got a boss ass intro. Everything's super cool. Look, listen to this shit. So the PS3 was kind of the beginning of the all digital future, right? The age of digitality. And so this is when we were able to first start downloading games. It was very new to be able to just like go to some sort of online store, buy a game digitally, and then download it directly to your device. This was the beginning. And in the very, very beginning, when you went, like, let's say you bought a game and you wanted to play it, you couldn't queue it up. You had to sit there with the system on, just staring at the download screen, and you couldn't do anything else if you wanted that game to keep downloading. It was hilarious. Yeah, worse than Lagoon. It was hilarious. But look, check this out. We're gonna watch this intro of this together. But that was really funny, and the internet speeds weren't amazing back then. Right? They were just beginning, and so like Woven, I was over at Woven's house when he first got his PS3. He got his a short while before mine because I had to wait to get paid. Where's the Chow Garden? That's in a different one. We'll get there. We'll get there. Speaking of that, I got a Dreamcast somewhere in this house. I wonder where the fuck that is. I wonder where that is. Anyway, but yeah, we're like, okay, cool. Let's buy a game. Yeah. And so we go and we buy the game, and then we're like, all right, cool. And then it starts to download, and the download is crawling, and we're like, okay, wait, how long is this gonna take? And then we're just like sitting there staring at the TV. Like I went to his house to hang out and play video games, and we're like, well, here we are. This is all we got. Let's start again. Can we delete a game? How we delete it? Wait, maybe the delete game thing is in here. Oh, up here. Let's delete. But watch, we finna start a new game. Watch this badass thing or whatever, and then they kiss. Ooh, 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 ooh. Watch this awesome fucking cutscene. So this is Sonic CD, and this is made to look way better. This is like a remake of Sonic CD. Sonic CD originally is what came out for Sega CD, And it was one of the coolest fucking things ever, especially for this intro. People need to not firework instead of fireworking. Dude, fireworks are fucking awesome. Yeah, you were just sitting there, and then I said, y'all kissed. that's Evie's headcanon. And then they were like, well, what are we gonna do now? And then EVB's like, like that. This was them, like that. Sonic boom, sonic boom, sonic boom. I had to clean this controller. This controller was looking pretty nasty. And it's a little loosened up, if you know what I mean. It's a little janky. This is so cool. Look, you're gonna drill through the rock. Ha! So cool. And the resolution on the Sega CD, this cutscene was like this big on the screen in the middle. Sonic boom, Sonic. Look at that. Ha! God, that's so cool. This was the coolest looking Sonic animation in existence at the time. Fucking awesome. But I digress. Boop. We're gonna quit game because we're not exactly here just to play video games and have fun. Who would do that? Definitely not somebody that's horribly desperate for money so that they can make rent. Instead, we gotta test these games so that we can sell them. And this one, for my sweet Evie and Maddie 9, will mean a lot to them. This is my copy of Final Fantasy 9. Complete in box. Totally pristine. Probably totally pristine. I haven't looked in the discs in a while. It's got 4 discs in here. This was when it happened. This is the day or whatever. And then the games were stuck. You want to know what's funny though? Well, I wonder if I can find it. Fighting, FPS. It's not under FPS. Hate My Life. I Love Her. Indie. LOL. Mass Effect. Metal Gear. Minis. Is it under minis? Maybe I put it under multiplayer. Look, there's a game somewhere in here that's got a loud ass thing. Also, you see how these folders exist like this? When this thing first came out, folders couldn't be made like this, right? Let me take a look. But there's a game. Oh, look, Drakengard 3. Bought this game in 2015. Never fucking touched it. But we'll get there. Don't you worry. Armored Core. Verdict Day. Bought this and never touched it. Shadow Tower. I forgot I got Shadow Tower on this bitch. Fucking Vanguard Bandit. Look at all this shit. God, I hate. Why am I so stupid? And I barely played any of this shit. Thought you were reading my mind for a second there, and your camera is full. That's because my camera, like, ate a lot today. My camera was very hungry, so like, you know, it's just gone through a lot. I feel like it might be in shooter. Same, yeah, legit. Oh, here it is. All right. Check this out. Three things down. I'm gonna need you to protect your ears on this one. 3 things down. So I believe, if I'm correct, this game is the first game that we bought. I can't remember 100%, but it's called Cash, Guns, Chaos. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't exactly the best, but Woven and I enjoyed the shit out of it. But I believe it was the first game that Woven bought. It was kind of cheap, and it was digital, and we bought it just kind of to test the wonders of the new age of the internet and downloading games and shit like that. But the problem is that you couldn't make folders like this, right? So like, and you want to know what? I think, here we go. Options. Wait, hold on. Yes, if we press square, this is what it is. Shit, I got Ni no Kuni on this bitch. This is how all the games with so like, this is how default the video games were set up in the fucking thing. You had no choice. It just went by whatever the last thing that you fucked with was. I don't even know if you could do it like in order. Actually, I don't think you could change the order. I don't know what fucking order it was, but we had it set up. It's definitely in shooters. It's still loading them all. Oh, that's because now they're doing action, anime, art. Oh, I have anime. What? Oh yeah, that game. I believe it was under shooters. Hold on. What have I done? S is for shooter. Just like your mom. So this next game that I'm about to go to down here is the game that was at the top of the list every single time Woven turned on his PlayStation. And the volume for the intro thing on this fucking game was like way louder than anything else. So Woven would turn on his PS3 and we were like, okay, cool, it's just about ready to boot. And then this is what we would hear. Fuck Jesus Christ! So like every time he turned on his fucking PS3, we would always forget too. And that's unusual for Woven. I think Woven eventually got to a point to where he had to like remember. So the PS3 was turning on and he had to hurry up to get ready to swap off of this. And we were like, fuck! We had to get away from it. Is pretty hilarious. Anyway, is that game? I should send him the soundtrack to that game real quick just to give him some traumatic flashbacks. But what do we got under RPG? What's going on in here? Final Fantasy 5, Suikoden 2, whatever that is. Nino Kuni, PTSD, exactly. Trana Trigger, Xenogairas, Wild Arms, South Park, Stick of Truth. This is how I was first playing this game. This is where my save file was on, but we started again later. Chrono Cross, never played it. Disgaea 2, never played it. Grandia, never played it, but I do own the second one, like in mint condition. I should probably sell that. Costume Quest, super fucking cute Halloween game. Would suggest. But anyway, we're not here to have fun today. I named this folder I Hate My Life. And the only thing inside of it is Demon Souls. And it's, you know, it was a long time ago. It was very difficult to think, you know, fun. No fun. And I named this one I Love Her because I love her. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? God damn. That's literally the only reason. This is just a playable demo for Ridge Racer 7, and I just kept it on here forever. Look how sweet she is. Because I love her, or whatever. That's a good folder name. I resonate with that folder name. Anyway. Time for me to start hurting arms. Time for me. Final Fantasy 9. Let's see if the things work. Also, I've never deleted this game. This game is how Perdini's and I first met. Back in 2013. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Couple of barely noticeable nicks on this game. I fell and the EVB like, and then they kiss and they do that. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have put that all the way up there, but it wasn't nowhere else that it could fit. Let's take a picture of this, send it to Prize. Oh my gosh, everything's fine. All right, disc 1. Are you red? Are you red? There it is. PlayStation format disc. The disc of darkness. Let's get this bitch booted up. Are you ready for a little bit of nostalgia? Remember, Night is not Pride anymore. It's Pride enough. Pride is never ending, to be honest. It's just that when it's June, everybody has to be gay. So, yeah. Disc J cliche. That's what the D stands for. It stands for disc. It's DJ like disc jockey. That's what it do. You're correct. Very good. Next, Roland. You're doing very well. Look at this. It takes a long time ago. It got the instruction manuals. Got the registration card. Oh, who's feeling the nostalgia? Oh my god. The online strategy guide for Play Online. Lordy Lou. History. The year is 1990 something. I'm hanging out over at Woven's house. Actually, I believe I was living at Woven's house at the time. I got kicked out often, and one of those times I got kicked out, I was allowed to live at Woven's house in his room with him. Apparently, because I could play online. Strategy guide thing. I was at his house. Woven worked at Circuit City. Ooh, is an advertisement for the Spirits Within, Final Fantasy Spirits Within. Woven worked at Circuit City. And I'm at home. It's a day off for me or whatever. And Woven gives me a call. He calls home. This is back when landlines were still very much a thing and cell phones were just about to be a thing. I mean, they were a thing, but they were just about to blow up all over the world. So Woven is like, hey, Final Fantasy IX just came out. You want me to buy it and you pay me back? And I was like, yes. And that is how I received this copy. And this memory makes me almost want to not sell it. But that's how this copy came to being. Woven grabbed it, brought it home. I turned it on. I played it for a little bit. I had some fun. I got to the jump rope game. And I got to 998 twice. And 1000's the completionist number. And then I never really played the game again. But Woven played through the whole damn thing. He hung out. He hung out. We hung out in his room together. I was playing EverQuest on the PC I had set up in there. Yeah, you never played it again. I mean, I technically did, like last year's. I don't remember. And I'm not gonna lie, part of me kind of really wants to play it again. There's like, it's super. There's some weird, vague stuff or whatever, but that's some shit that I like about it, like the ending and everything. Like, it's great. Final Fantasy IX. There's a reason why it is an absolutely beloved Final Fantasy. Yeah, he brings it home, he grabs it, he plays it, he fucking crushes the game. He loves it, and he's like, you gotta play it. And I'm like, yeah, at some point I will. Yeah, maybe, yeah. And then, yeah. So what's even funnier is that this copy, this disc, never beat this one. never beat this physically here. But this is the copy that Woven came home with from his job at Circuit City. We had no idea that the game was coming out at all. I don't even think we knew it was in production. We were just hoping that, you know, we were just hoping it would be like, yeah, it'd be cool if they made another one. But we didn't pay attention, or at least me specifically didn't pay attention to the thing. It usually was just magazines, whatever. The world of gaming was transforming still at the time, and everybody being connected the way that, you know, we're connected to the internet and information and everything. That was new. I definitely was not very connected to, like, the development cycles of anything that was going. I had no idea. Any game that came out, it was a surprise. Every once in a while, we'd hear some shit through the grapevine, and it'd be like, okay, yeah, cool. But other than that, it was a surprise. And this game was one of those surprises. And this game also was quite a welcome breath of fresh air, because Final Fantasy VIII is a pile of trash, and it broke my heart. This one mended it a little bit until I got to the jump rope game. But here we are. E A O E. You wanna know something cool? I'm not selling this one though. Not just yet. I feel like that this game doesn't go for as much. This game should be doing whatever. Oh, you're doing the Final Fantasy area. That's great. Fuck yes. Oh, I sent a picture of Dust 514 to Prods. He's like, oh, I'm sad now. All right. I don't want to spend too much time on this thing because the big purpose for this is definitely testing the discs. I just wanted to turn on this intro and make sure that this happened. We're gonna go to the rest of the discs. Sure is dark. We're gonna go to the rest of the discs, and we are going to just make sure that they all boot up. Right? Not even just read. We're gonna make sure they boot up. I will light the candle. Ugh. I really wish that I would have played this, that I would have gotten past the jump rope game when this first came out. Because I can feel the intensity of, like, the nostalgia that I would feel for my other beloved Final Fantasies. Like, it's definitely here. You know, when they made this game for me. Somebody especially was brokenhearted because of the piece of shit Final Fantasy VIII. Bullshit. Boop. This sure is the NES disc, you know. Oh no, I mean I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm pressing the buttons. Oh no, why you gotta be like this? PlayStation Slim. I would say it's pretty mint. There's like a couple of teeny tiny almost nicks on this disc, but other than that, it's absolutely stunning. And of course, complete in box, it has all of the inserts. They love scars. They're love scars. Yeah, it's such. Yeah, more than anything, right? This one looks like it probably used. There's like a couple of little, like, I don't know, cardboard fluff. Slight amount of debris. It's not even really debris. Oh, I want to take. Hold on, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take my shirt a little bit. I'm gonna rub because there's. See if it comes off. It almost looks like maybe some liquid may have gotten on there a billion years ago and it's leaving like a tiny blemish. Well, I don't know. Let's put this bitch in and start it. It'll be fine. CIB, $25? Okay. Okay. Mima. Moo moo me. Can you look up Folklore on PS3? Oh, I'm not gonna sell it though. I'm not gonna sell it. Folklore on PS3 is a good example of a game. What's her name? There's a cosplayer and stuff that they're friends of friends. I think she's from overseas somewhere. She immediately put out a video talking about game preservation and stuff and how Sony stopping making discs is some bullshit. Oh, 50? Nah, it's worth more than that to me. I mean, so are like almost all of my games. But this is a game that definitely is like nowhere else. I mean, aside from downloading it in order to play it. It's gonna tell me to put in the first. You have changed to disc 1. All right, that's good enough. Quit game. That is disc 2. Oh boy. It works just fine. The back of the disc looks lovely. We'll probably do a tiny clean. Like, you know, we'll wipe it off with a damp microfiber cloth or something. Wait, I think it's literally waiting for me to do the thing. No, you get to turn off and to turn back on. Disc 3. This one has extremely minute circular blemishes. Not even scratches, but like marks. But there's no texture to it. There is one odd kind of weird scratch. It almost looks like a hair. Yeah, this one we're gonna have to try and clean. I can see it almost looks like a weird wiggly. It looks like a hair. There's like a hairline scratch on this one. But it's in the realm of CDs, I really don't think that it's anything to worry about. It looks like somebody probably just tried to put this through a cleaner or some shit. Or somebody they went to go grab it a little too quick out of the system. We get signal. What? Main screen turn on. It's you. How are you, gentlemen? All your base are belong to us. Do. Sign in, bitch. Cool, it did it. Turn on, controller. Thanks, homie. Yes, game. Show me your power. Disc loads up fine. We press it a button. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. PlayStation. PlayStation is the place for me. Video gaming is alive and free. Main screen turn on. Change to disc 1. Beautiful. When we press and hold the button, we quit the game first before opening the fucking thing so that I don't gotta reboot that freaking machine again. I'm pretty sure that's what kept it from going back last time. Yeah, there it goes. Kind of shits itself for a second, and that's because the PlayStation 3 does not have any way to turn off the DHCP for the HDMI. The HDMI. There we go, that bitch. Now in there, quite secure. Disc 4. Looks like same amount of style of blemishes. Very, very light fingerprinting around the edges. Looks like where people had kind of picked it up, but still very, very good. Very good quality. Barely nary a scratch. I will definitely say though, my Sega CD games, like every Sega CD game that I have, looks better than that. But that's because I was able to keep them. I did a very good job keeping the Sega CD games like pristine as fuck. Man, I forget. Did I have auto start? Was I pressing a button? That R2 is. That's very. Apparently you could start. You could start games by pressing R2. Weird. All this little stuff locked away on your PS3 is cool and all. But can it run Crysis? I believe they did release Crysis in the PS3. So, you know, I could probably run the PS3 version of Crysis. I don't know. It'd be funny if I had Crysis installed digitally on here, like I was gonna go play it, but I never did. But it's still on the hard drive. I remember upgrading this hard drive, or did I upgrade this hard drive? It was on PS3. Okay, yeah. I was about to say, I think I actually have it somewhere. In the year 2000 from Square. Can you believe it? The Twin Towers was still standing when this game was made. Continue to disc 1. Everything functions as it should. So yeah, it's kind of sad to have to sell off a memory like this. But I do need to offload a lot of especially if I'm gonna leave. I don't know what I'm gonna do if you know everything doesn't pan out. So like at the same time, you know, it kind of sucks I'm getting rid of these things. It's not like I lose access to the entertainment though, because emulators. The memory is pretty important, but if everything goes wrong here and I need to move, then it's just less shit to carry, I guess. Especially if I eventually like bite the bullet and I'm gonna move overseas, then I'll have less shit to try and get over to me or whatever. But yeah, if you need to move, then you still need money. Yeah, that's also the other thing too, right? I'm gonna need money if I'm gonna do moving. Memory is okay, but life is more importante. Yeah. The Square Enix game's looking pretty good. I got the Lunar games up here next, but I think that's gonna be more. We'll kind of save those for last. There's kind of a lot going on here with these things. So let's do the next game. Devil May Cry 4 Collector's Edition with a steel book. Look, it's got Nero on here. Just the introduction to Nero. They brought back Dante. It was a very exciting time. Inserts are all in there and stuff like that. Let's get... Oh boy. These things were very, very... They held the disc quite tightly. Oh. Absolutely fucking flawless disc. Super flawless disc. And it's not for lack of playing either. I played the shit out of this game. I was a big Devil May Cry fan. Even though I ain't never beat 2 or 3. What's up, Deku BB? How you doing? Be ye bilges flooded. Be ye booties spanked. The system has a feature that automatically uploads your new save data for your gameplay. Yeah, whatever, dude. Yes, please. I am always interested in a pretty picky from Deku. Game data must be installed to the system's hard drive. Yeah, whatever, dude. Let me see. Look at you. Beautiful. Look at the lighting on that. That is a gorgeous picture. That looks fantastic. Exquisite. 3 hours later. Yeah, is it fucking installing it? Is that what that fucking number 1 is? Now it says number 2. It'll go faster. It's not gonna be so bad. Yeah, it was painful with load times. It was indeed. And this was the install thing. I think it needs to do this. I mean, in my, I almost feel like well, I don't know. You want to know what? I feel like that this is kind of part of the test for PlayStation 3. Where, you know, I have to make sure that this thing installs all the way in order to make sure that it functions properly. So, which is why this is a just chatting stream. Right? Just got to sit there and do some stuff. Oh, the next game up. It means a lot to me. There's a little bit of a blemish on the package, but it's Disgaea 3, which is in PS3. I had seen the other Disgaea games before, but I didn't know much about them and I didn't see much gameplay. But it wasn't until I saw a preview for Disgaea 3 that I was like, oh, this is so fucking awesome. Yes, DMC4 Collector's Edition. That is correct. Collector's Edition in the Steel Book. And it has a little sleeve. Speaking of that as well, let's go ahead and pop in here. But I'm not sure if there's anything else that came with the Collector's Edition. I have an instruction manual, a steel book, and the sleeve that it came in. But there is the book. $32, but I don't know if it counts a steel book. Okay. Yeah, we may have to look a little more into that. Oh, it looks like there's a little tear. Got a little tear in the book in the back part here. Yeah, that's missing a piece. Who did that? Surely it wasn't me. This isn't sorting. I thought we were cleaning inventory. It was promised OCD. It's sorting actual games to sell. We're at 13%. You wanna know what's funny? I gotta have the controller somewhere. I don't know where it went, but this is my copy of DJ Hero 2 is in here. I'm not really gonna be able to test this so well, but I'll be able to make sure that the disc actually works. Prodinis. I thought running against the auto lose would get the best loot. Nope. Yeah, that offline mode is the way. Yeah. Offline mode really is the best to do for some things, but we're talking about Stone Story RPG. The thing is that later on, or there's some other shit that's going on, where you get like these missions, and the mission that I have right now is to unmake, like 15,000 things. 15,000 enemies I have to unmake, and I'm at like 6,000, and I did that for like a week. And that's also because I was lazy. I wasn't being super efficient, and I have to babysit it. I wasn't being super efficient enough in order to get to a place to where I could know that the loop is going like permanently, and to where I could code shit so that I don't take damage, so that I could loop permanently and everything like that. Yeah. You got so many high level shit. Now we have to make it much higher level. Yeah, the Legend Quest and stuff. I haven't played long enough for that to unlock it. Yeah. That's essentially where I'm at right now. Where I'm doing... I'm trying to finish... Because that's like a weird... That's not even a part of the actual Legendary Quest. It's like in a book, but it's a weird side thing. But it's kind of necessary. And it's like the last step, too, is to like unmake 15,000 monsters. But you gotta like... You gotta keep track of the goddamn thing. Yeah, the Mind Stone stuff is literally coding. It's literally scripting shit. So like... Yeah, literally coding, yeah. Which got me brushing up on syntax, right? There's a way with using code that you can like print the state that like a boss is in. So like it'll show their state and their state is represented by a number. So the dude that has the big hammer, it could be like whenever he's got his hammer up and he's about to slam down, then you take that state and then you could set it up to equip the Mind Stone when state is this, when it state equals this. And so when you do that, then you use the Mind Stone to jump back and just dodge the hammer. And like the boss fight is, you're just like immortal. You'll just never take damage. And then even to be more efficient, you could equip a melee weapon when that's happening so that you can walk up close and cut him up. And then you could have it equip a ranged weapon when he picks his hammer back up and you're like back of the ground, shit like that or whatever. I saw that and I was like, this isn't automating. This is coding, you sneaky fuckers. Literally automating with coding. Like actually that's the truest form of automation. It's not automating. It's telling what they let me do. I mean, I feel like that's kind of your own fault. You're leading yourself to believe that that's what's going on there. You made assumptions. That's the problem. There were assumptions that you made thinking that the video game was going to do all the automating for you. No. That's the Mind Stone, bitch. It's not going to do everything for you, but it has the capabilities to do whatever you want. Perception is key. That's not how lawsuits work. Yeah, what did you learn that from Law and Order? Is that what you learned? Is that Law and Order brain talking right there? Ooh, Perdini's knows everything about lawsuits because dun. Devil Never Cry. The day Dante, the proprietor of Devil May Cry, received a request from beautiful Trish was that... I mean, eventually, though, didn't they change the game to Devil Never Cry and then their boyfriend and girlfriend? We're at 34%. Oh, Jesus. This is a mistake. I could be playing Metroid right now. I could just be playing Metroid and chilling out. Having a grand old time. I've been going to law school of Law and Order for 20 years. I think I know what I'm doing. I believe that I'm a bit of an expert, you could say, about Law and Order school. Meow, 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 meow. Bitches love vibrato. You know, we got some more Devil May Cry in this list too. Maybe we'll bump that bitch up. I was very excited to get the Devil May Cry Classics HD Collection. So it came with the HD versions of the first 3 Devil May Cry games. Super excited to play them. Put it in, played through the first one again, and then still never touched the next 2. Devil May Cry 2 made me so mad. It was so dumb. Well, it was just the shooting. I loved the way that the shooting was in the first game, and they really truncated the shit out of it. And so I was like, this game sucks. This game's a piece of shit. And I think also the way that they did the pacing, like, was a little weird for me, but I can't quite remember, because, Jesus Christ. I was in my 20s when that happened. Maxi, be here! Welcome back, Maxi BB. Welcome to be here now. Main screen turn on. Maxi be here. We get signal. What? It Maxi. Welcome to the installation game, Maxi. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Yeah, DMC2 is just not good. Yeah, there were so many things about it. Thank you for agreeing with me on that, Potatoes. I knew that you would feel me. Because I know that you've been fucking around with the DMC games, literally, or whatever. But yeah, you're hard-pressed to find a fan of that game. I have, but like, just once, right? Like, it really wasn't... So your statement still is very correct. You're hard-pressed to find a fan. It happened once. But like no other time. I can't even imagine. I don't even remember another one, but I do remember one person saying that they liked it, and I was like, really? You know? Are you, what then? How did though? But yeah, I don't know. Takes all kinds, right? It's okay for people to like things. Also, though, you know what? I think that Devil May Cry 2 was also the first one they played, right? So they also didn't really know what they were missing. So they were getting a lot of the cool shit that's in Devil May Cry, but they weren't getting, like, you know, they didn't know what they could have had. I see you're good campoopings. Are you doing a campooping? Yeah, we're doing, we're just testing more things. And I feel like, and this, I wasn't really thinking about this so much, but some of these games are going to need to install like this, right? So if I'm testing them, it's probably importante that we know that it can install all the thing. So here we are. Dumaka! What up, Zaddy? How you doing, BB? Welcome back. Happy pre 4th of July Day. Happy 250 centuries to America. Hooray! America was born 250 centuries ago, and America was the baby. A youthful Dante, still known to the larger world, saw his life take a fateful turn upon the appearance of mysterious Arkham. Arkham was known for their very lucrative asylums. It's merely a messenger at the time. Maxi! Cos, or some say Cosm. America is shit now! It's 200, it has, America has to do a lot of shit. It's a lot of pooping. It's 250 centuries year old. You be that old and see if you don't poop. Everywhere. All the time. All over everyone. Where am I? I do remember playing when Devil May Cry 3 came out. I remember playing that one. I never beat it though, but I remember it being pretty difficult in a way that I thought was fun as hell. I remember the gunplay being awesome again. I remember it feeling super good and tons of fun, and a lot of the weapons were super fucking cool. Man, they are indeed, Maxi. This is true. They put all their poop everywhere, and then they just sprinkle ice inside of there. Like, we need to keep our poop cool and preserved. Yeah, I never finished Devil May Cry 3, but I was really, really happy to see it go back in the direction that I wanted it to go in. And then this one came out, Devil May Cry 4. It was kind of... It was a big deal because it came out on the PlayStation 3, right? And PlayStation 3 was like it was like a transitional period in the world of gaming. Heard the original DMC3 US version was on hard mode by default. Yes, that is true. There was I don't even know if the other versions had different difficulties, but definitely the number one thing that everybody was talking about when DMC3 came out was just how fucking hard it actually was. It was super, super difficult for a lot of people to beat it. Maybe kind of the beginning a little bit of some of the, like, of Souls-like discourses, right? People were like, oh, this game fucking sucks. It's too fucking hard. And I was like, well, sounds like you're a bitch. And then that made me want to play it more and play it hard, but I never ended up getting to. Life was getting real difficult around that time. Meow, 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 maxi retro, meow, 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 meow. But I think that when they did the HD ones or whatever, I think that they added difficulty modes or something like that, didn't they?
I don't got my glasses, so I can't read it. Can't read it up close.
Ugh. I should get my PS3 fat back from Johnny. Because then it'll be easy to test the PS2 games. But then again, I'll just... my PS2 is like over there. Special edition release on PS2 was back to normal. Nice. Okay, so it did have other things or whatever. The HD versions are based off of that. Fuck yeah. Okay, cool. No, it's funny is I think somewhere around here I probably even have the special edition release on PS2. It's a shame. That's a game we definitely got to get back to. You know, just like all the other ones.
A renowned devil hunter born to a human mother in the legendary Dark Knight Sparta, Dante is the proprietor of Devil May Cry, a shop specializing in the elimination of demon kind. Two pistols in... Okay, yeah, I wasn't done reading. The mysterious beauty Trish was responsible for requesting Dante seal away the demon emperor Mundus. Closely resembling Dante's departed mother, Dante popped a stiffy and was like, yes, you're my girlfriend now. Oh shit, it's moving really fast. A demonic knight who battled Dante on 3 occasions. Surprisingly, he avoided the dirty tricks and improvised methods for which denizens of the underworld are so often known for. At the root of Nello Angelo's chivalry lies his origins, for within the demon body rests the soul of Virgil, Dante's estranged, long-lost brother. Every once in a while, I got a fan next to me, right? And it takes some of the hair behind my head and it blows it forward. And I just gotta, like, tuck it. Like, gotta tuck it under the ear cup so it stops trying to tickle my nose. $95. See, I was about to say, this is the Devil May Cry 2 stuff or whatever. I also didn't really like his outfit either. Is that bad of me? I didn't like where they went with his outfit. Like the leather strap harness thing or whatever, that thing's cool, but like kind of the rest of it, The Ouroboros Corporation, which controlled Ville de Malgui,
was a bitch. This is all spoilers, but it's not like it matters. 99! 100! Devil May Cry 4 installation complete. This game makes use of autosave. Loading game data. I should probably still have a save file in here. Colors may not display correctly. Fuck you! Orubi Digitaru. I remember watching this 1,000 times. Y'all ready for a fucking boss-ass track? And we were like, oh my god, look at these amazing PS3 graphics. That was where Bayonetta came from. Fine, just playing. I don't know. Surfing USA. Yes, the fucking fists.
The story goes that Sparta served as the feudal lord of the city long ago. The people who live there today take these legends as truth and worship him. Just like a god.
You got a jacked up notion of fair play, pal. And it's beginning to piss me off. We must evacuate the residents back to headquarters. Report back as soon as you can. And be careful. I got it already. Though a fight every now and then does make life a little more interesting.
Pizza.
Why did you do this?
Booty.
Wait. This isn't what you think. Back to headquarters! She has nothing to do with this. Let her go! This is all Kratos doing.
Liaison. Downloading. What is this? Oh, all of the stuff that DJ Alpha Omega did earned a new accomplishment. This is what everybody... It shows a bunch of other people's accomplishment things, whatever, from a million years ago. This is funny looking DMC Devil May Cry. Oh my gosh. Please.
Devil May Cry.
Hey, the rumble and the control still works real good. Ah, fuck. Cha, I'm late for school. This is the part where in the bathroom DJ starts playing it instead of finishing up now. I just want to see the intro of the game. They must all be thoroughly tested. I'm just testing. I'm just testing it until it finishes up. Fire hose style. The way that they went through all that painstaking trouble to animate all of the lip syncing for that singing is fucking amazing. Ah. Play paid attention to me, oh my god.
Years ago, the Dark Knight, Sparta, turned against his demon brethren and took up his sword for the sake of mankind. Though, despite his brave efforts in our names, I fear some have forgotten the truth of that great sacrifice. If the event
That's how you know he's a really good hero, is because he's a disrespectful piece of shit.
the fusing of both the demonic and human realms, we weak humans would have no means by which
I don't care about you. That's how you know I love you.
And so I ask you to unite and pray that even if such a dark time of chaos were to revisit us, our gracious Savior would shelter us from the storm. Let us pray.
Nero, what's wrong?
I'm out of here.
But it's not over yet.
All this preaching's putting me to sleep. Huh?
What up? Blackout! They were just worshiping Sparta. But it's a problem when his son shows up? Yeah, what the fuck, dude? What up?
Kyrie! Go with your brother and get out of here!
I will return with help. You stall him until then.
You think I can't take him out?
I won't hold my breath.
Yay!
You got a jacked up notion of fair play, pal. And it's beginning to piss me off.
We finally allowed to play the game. Shooting people in the face. He can do that. He's the Dark Knight Sparta's son, who everybody loves and stuff. That's his prerogative. He just doesn't even fucking care, dude. It's so good. Yeah, if Sparta had guns, he'd have been like, Black Owl, what's up, bitch? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Ora, ora! It's still tutorialing my ass. $9.99 for some bloodheads. I dropped him sometimes. I've always loved this.
I guess this doesn't quite cut it. What's the point of packing a sword like that if you aren't even gonna use it?
It's on the ceiling now. It's everywhere. Hey.
You got a trick up your sleeve. I thought the cat had your tongue. It's a trick you're looking for. Looks like you two are. This show up before the cavalry arrives. So, you're looking to play, huh? Alright, I guess I got some time to kill. Tough guy, huh? Well... yeah. I think I'll have to take you down a couple notches. Whatever you say, kid.
Come on, come on. Deadly. Watch me lose. Burp.
Getting better.
What a beautiful family moment. Yeah.
I would even go as far as to say that I underestimated your abilities.
He got that sword by being impaled by
You
it.
aren't human, are you? We're the same. You and them.
Ooh.
Though I suspect you carry something different from the others. What are you talking about? You will come to learn the meaning soon enough. But business beckons. Hey!
What I'm confused about is he run a bit well.
Adios, kid.
I also didn't play the third one, so I don't know exactly what happened there. But I'm like, how do they not know who he is by now? He runs a fucking business. All right, that was good enough. Action. Fucking good shit. Works beautifully. Devil May Cry 4 Collector's Edition Steelbook case for the lovely price of something. Don't 100% know how much I'm gonna sell it for yet. Like, we got the ballpark, but you know, it did just say CE, but not sure how much people were gonna take into account the steel case and stuff like that. Steel cases are pretty fucking boss. Everybody knows this, right? Steel cases is some good shit. I mean, but also while we're on it, why don't we just continue with some Devil May Cry-ness here? And I don't know. Hopefully, it won't exactly need to install. Yeah, sure, whatever. But I need to go to the bathroom and get it all over the wall. So I'm gonna go and take a break in a moment. I want to see what it starts at, because if it's gonna start installing some shit, I need it to start doing that while I take a piss. Know what I mean? Tapu Kamu Chicken Bamu.
Devil May Cry HD collection.
Do I continue? No. What do you mean? I mean, yes? What the... Ooh, little spinny sword. Installing trophies. Alright, thanks. It's crazy how the internet thing still works out and has trophies synced in between all of the... in between everything. It's pretty cool. But I don't know, I might hack this PS3 in a little while. Well, not a little while like today, but you know. At some point. Installing trophies always gets to 98% and hangs there like way longer than it's always made me mad. Sometimes, yeah, exactly. Jib's feeling it. Yeah, sometimes way too fucking long in order to do it's pretty absurd. But we're gonna test the beginning of all three games real quick. We'll let this run for a moment while I pee. I'll be right back.
Let's rock, baby.
Let's rock, baby.
You're the man who lost a mother and a brother to evil 20 years ago. The son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta, Mr. Dante.
Well, the way I figure it, in this business a lot of your kind comes around. And if I kill each one that comes, eventually I should hit the jackpot sooner or later.
A fucking another one? Because we already had a boom boom earlier.
Strange and ironic that it will end the same way.
Yes, hello Natty. I love you. How you doing? Probably amazing. Cry.
2 millenniums ago, there was a war between the human world and the other, the underworld. But somebody
Fuck yeah, potatoes.
woke up to justice and stood up against his legion alone. His name was Sparta.
Oh, you're talking about. As if this game was on Sega Genesis.
Legend. The legendary Dark Knight, Sparta.
I'm blinking again. No, it's just a bunch of jizz in a cup. It's no big deal. It's delicious. Play some Zero Wing? Hell yeah. Main screen turn on.
Sorry, we closed at 9. Again, no password. I can't seem to get any real business.
You look like my mother. Let's have sex.
Babe. Well, well, what do we have here? Nature calls? It's in the back.
So, you must be the handyman who'll take any dirty job. Am I correct?
Almost. I only take special jobs, if you know what I mean.
Titties.
You're the man who lost a mother and a brother to evil 20 years ago.
You wanna know
The
what's
son of
funny
the
is she looks a
legendary
little
Dark
bit
Knight
like my
Sparta.
kid's
Mr.
mother.
Dante.
Well, the way I figure it, in this business a lot of your kind comes around. And if I kill each one that comes, eventually I should hit the jackpot sooner or later.
In that case, you should be used to this.
Again? This happens like 5 times a day.
Are you really the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta? Didn't your daddy teach you how to use a sword?
You know, I wonder if there's an undub of this.
Sword. Time to go to work, guys.
My sunglasses were in there.
Even as a child, I had powers. There's demonic blood in me.
Yeah, legit. It's required.
You were the first one to know about my vengeance. Looks like I'm getting closer.
It seems that way, but I'm not your enemy. My name is Trish. I came here to seek your help, to put an end to the underworld.
What?
You know what? I'm gonna Google it up right quick, carefully. And that is when he sprung a boner. Mother, is that you? Boop.
20 years ago, Mundus, the Emperor of the Underworld, resurrected.
Mundus?
Yes. His powers were sealed by Sparta. He's attempting to gain control of the human world once again. He has been preparing to open the gate on Malay Island.
I just walked in. What the fuck? Yeah, it's a Dante thing. Because that's kind of the thing. In the end, they get together, right? In the end, they become lovers. But like,
the castle is above this cliff.
This whole thing just went down. Go. She came in, they fought, and then she takes her glasses off, and he's like, and then it goes to a picture of his mother on the ground, and like it's even said in other things. Boom, boom. And then there's a secret. There's a secret. Wait a minute. Why is it? Oop, I hit R2. Hold on. I'm gonna... Yeah, you guys. Fuck. I'm not pressing... So I'm just doing the... Yeah, you see how I'm only moving the stick? And a lot of other inputs are getting put in. Like, it works kind of 80% of the time. But if I start pressing a little too hard, it gets a little... yeah, you see, I did not press... What about the right stick? Yep. Yeah, this controller needs some maintenance. Yeah. I thought it was being a little weird. Definitely didn't press that. I didn't even know you could do that. What the? This game has a demo. I didn't press X. Look at this. In the past, many people visited this island, and this statue has seen many head toward their death. Alright, it's good enough. We can get out of here. What? I did. How do I? I don't know how to get back to the main menu. I did not. I pressed down. Not. Thought about using the superior PS4 controller? Yes. However, the PS4 controller might be in worse condition. I can't look. We gotta turn it off and on in order to. The buttons are definitely pressing other buttons. There's probably spiders in the fucking... Probably spiders in the goddamn thing or whatever, somewhere in there. However... Yeah, like, I had to clean this controller. The controller was looking pretty worse for wear. Everything feels good, but as you could see, there's a lot of crossed wires somewhere inside of the controller, so this thing needs to be taken apart and cleaned.
Devil May Cry HD collection.
Oh, I forgot the other one. You could do Lucia. Think you need hugs? Always need hugs. Oh, it's happening again. It's happening again! Oh. Think I heard some remnants of some rain out there. Full of paw. This game fucking sucks. That building just sprouted a Bonner.
Devil May Cry, Too Fast, Too Furious.
Devil May Cry.
In a time long since past,
In a world of devastation.
in an age of darkness, when the earth was overrun with demons and humans were powerless under their rule, humanity's hope lived in a demon named Sparda. With a spirit unlike any other, and wielding the sword that bore his own name, Sparda eradicated the demons. And now, the legend of Sparda has been inherited by his son, a demon slayer, Dante.
You called?
Till next time, son of Sparda.
Familiar VO. The only good thing in this game is the part that Peeve had in his BRB clips. Oh, I must have missed it. I don't remember.
Mission 1.
I was going to be king of this world.
King? Yeah, here's your crown.
Pew, pew.
Yep.
So I'm pressing in left click and nothing happening, but sometimes when I press in left click, it does stuff. This is me just pushing in the left stick. So yeah, I think a little something got under the stick and it got a little weird. See, look at it. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Like, I appreciate the rhythm, but like, it took away like 80% of you just hold the buttons down. 80% of the fun in the first Devil May Cry was being able to shoot as fast as you could press the button, and it was fucking awesome. But they took that from me. That was the first thing that I hated about this game. Alright, that's good enough. It works. My controller, not so much. Don't you mean King of the Hill? Whoa! Damn it, Bobby. What the hell? Damn it, Bobby, what did I tell you about listening to that toilet music? Have that rain coming down.
Damn it, Bobby. Bobby, Bobby. Bobby, Bobby, Bobby. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, boo, boom. Boo, 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 boom.
Special edition.
Please do not turn off the PS3. Please don't. When it turns off, I don't dream. That yellow light is blinking. Hey, blinking. Time for Wacky Wahoo Pizza Man. I'm gonna dissolve your jaw. I tell you what.
Tell you what, damn it.
Sweet dreams.
Capcom presents.
You've heard of it, haven't you? The legend of Sparta? When I was young, my father would tell me stories about it. Long ago, in ancient times, a demon rebelled against his own kind for the sake of the human race. With his sword, he shut the portal to the demonic realm and sealed the evil entities off from our human world. But since he was a demon himself, his power was also trapped on the other side. I never believed it. I thought it was just a child's fairy tale. But I discovered that this so-called legend wasn't a myth at all. Sparta existed. How do I know? Well, I met the sons of Sparta. Both of them.
Fucking boss
Though
ass
the same
song.
blood of their father flowed through their veins, the two battled each other fiercely like arch enemies. It seemed as if they derived some sort of twisted pleasure from this brotherly fighting.
Oh, what up, Fiddle? Don't get too excited. We're just testing PS3 games. We're testing games I gotta sell. Good to see you, though, Fiddle.
But in the end, only one was left standing.
Hato? Hato, yes, Hato?
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry.
Oh, is it gonna show the whole thing again from the intro? Oh, jeez.
You've heard of it, haven't you? The legend of Sparta? When I was young, my father would tell me stories about it. Long ago, in ancient times, a demon rebelled against his own.
I kind of hate when
for the
games
sake
do
of the
that.
human
Like, it
race.
showed it when you just first turn on the thing, you hit start, and it's gotta make sure that you see it here.
And sealed the evil
I feel like you
entities
gotta
off
put it
from
in
our
one
human
place or the
world.
other.
But since he was a demon himself, his power was also trapped on the other side.
Is it safe to hit start?
I never believed
Does it go straight to the phone call? I hope it does. There it is, yeah.
Sorry, not open for business yet.
Pizza Man.
Picked a name for this joint, and I'm already getting calls.
I remember. This is something prods would hate. This game is a prequel to the first game.
Well, if you want to use the bathroom, help yourself. The toilet's in the back.
Just like in the first game.
Is your name Dante, son of Sparta?
Where did you hear that?
From your brother.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
He sent this invitation for you. Please accept it.
Invitation, huh?
Ooh. Smooth moves.
This party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
Let's rock. He's like boobs. I absolutely adored that he was using his impaled limbs, the blades in his impaled limbs to fuck these guys up. Fucking boss.
Don't bet on it.
His neighbors must hate him. No, don't customize. Just fucking go. Oh yeah, I forgot. There was like a bunch of different types of styles and shit like that. Yeah. That's not the fucking button. Oh my god. Is R1 just do that? No, that's a different fucking button. Also, that's a different button. Oh my god. Look, it works. But I can't really fuck around in these games too much because this controller is busted. Which is a shame. That was the third one, right? Yep. All three of these games is tested. Good. Oh my god, Lagoon. Now you're never gonna get Lagoon. Like I said, today is not fun day. Today is testing day. Then we're gonna go from badassery to cutesy fun stuff. Completely in total mint condition, not a single blemish on this disc. It'd be funny if I fucked it up. Most perfect as ever. But that game's not fun. You were like, this is that's all part of it, right?
One. Wait a minute. What? Oh, it's software for the game? Oh, okay. It is for the game. Yeah, I know you fucking around, BB. Oh, 6 minutes. What do you mean? Well, we sit here in silence. Updates. Ew, yeah. That's the other thing about this era that was a big thing that went on. You know, people would go out, people would be like, yeah, I got my brand new game. I can't wait to get home from work after working a 27-hour day and then use the half hour of free time to play my brand new video game. This is gonna be great. And then you get home and you pop the disc in and then it's like, hey, you need to update this stuff. And then you're like, okay, yeah, I guess. And then that half hour that you have to yourself at the end of the day, gone. All updates. Oops, all updates. It's doing it over Wi-Fi as well. Stuff like that might go a little faster if I had it plugged in, but who the fuck knows though? This is old ass tech. I don't know what the thing like. There's a chance that the Ethernet cable in here might not be fucking 100,000. Let's look it up. Ethernet PS3 Slim. Okay, so it does have a gigabit port. Okay. That means that if I did plug it in physically, this would probably go by faster. But we've sunk in cost already. We're already most of the way in there, so fuck it. Something fun we can watch? No. No, we're just gonna wait. I don't feel like, because if I have to go and watch something fun, it's not gonna be very easy for me to set it up because we're doing a weird capture card thing with a HDMI splitter, and then I have to fuck with OBS and all. Yeah, I can't. If it was like just a web page thing or like a game like just on the PC, if we were just capturing PC, then yeah, we'd do it. But not right now. It would take me this 88 seconds to get it set up. Then again, you want to know what's funny though is this is just a downloading though. It's got to actually like unpack it too, so that's probably have a time. But no, I don't want to do it. I'm busy reading about gigabit here or whatever. It has let's see. That's not surprising to me. I thought the Ethernet port was limited to 100. Yeah, so I'm reading this Reddit that was talking about how everybody pretty much thought that the port in the PS3 was limited to 100. But apparently it was a gigabit port, but most of the time, I guess all of the servers and stuff like that generally were like limited. The Xbox 360 had a 100 meg limit, yet with my 500 meg speed, the most I could get out of the download was like 60 megs. Fucking wild. I'm getting closer and closer to letting the kids to take them on vacation alone. Oh, you're talking about you're excited for the vacation time when they take the kids out there. FPP transfer. Doesn't mind, limited to 12.5. So I think that this person they're doing an FTP transfer to the PlayStation on the network. It's probably hacked, so they're like uploading it, so they're showing like a fast speed. I don't remember which Slim that my model is either. My model is not the first Slim. It's the shitty Slim with the fucking sliding door. Download done. Now we get to wait a very long time for all this to download. You want to know what's absolutely bonkers though? I can't really remember the last time that I turned this. Did I turn the PS3 on? But it's still I still have the same like wireless credentials, which is probably a bad thing to say out loud. I still have the same wireless credentials, so like when I turned it on, it automatically got up onto the internet and everything like that, and I was like, oh hell yeah. May finally be time to change that. What day is gonna be your vacation time, EVB? Dancing rat, the doing the little dancing rat, wiggle, 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 jiggle, wiggly, jiggly, jiggly, fun. Ooh, it was moving pretty quick there for a second. I think it's still raining a little bit out there. But it doesn't sound angry though. No thunders or nothing. Nippon Aichai, get ready for some cute Halloweeny type shit. Those with nice big TVs, dim the lights and sit as close as humanly possible. Just kidding. To all children in front of the TV, always keep the room well lit and when you play your games. Get it? 'Cause they're evil. Absolutely. Ha ha ha! Ba 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 ba. These games are so much fun. I keep on hearing like the rain against the windows kind of, and when I have the headphones on, I can't tell if it's like rain or if somebody's like in the house. It's now loading, taking a while. This got me a little nervous, even though the disc looks real good. And gonna be at this, probably my PlayStation more of an issue than anything else. There we go. That's just me and your Benz. Oh, good.
A world
Well, come on up
spoiled
here.
by
Have some
spite,
cookies.
Cruelty, blood-soaked taboos, and
I don't miss
boundless
this.
riffraff. They say that dark dwellers run rampant, causing horrifying disasters in these lands. In the center of this netherworld lies a school that endlessly continues to expand its grounds.
I've loved this guy, but I've never beaten a single one.
Evil Academy. With the Overlord as dean and greater demons for teachers, demon students who follow their baser instincts are labeled as honor students at this school of torment. This is the root of evil in this tumultuous netherworld, the Pandora's box that spreads corruption and destruction. Still, many continue to be fascinated by this darkness. If you have the courage to descend upon the lands of this netherworld, beware of losing your mind to the chaos. This is your only warning.
What's up, dude?
Master Mao, it's almost time to go to school, dude!
I finally found you! For great justice, you will fall!
Fool! You think a mere human can defeat an overlord?
Here I come! Eat this for my 100 fathers!
Truly a superhero. He has 100 dads.
Master? Shouldn't you be going to class soon?
This can't be! An overlord defeated by a human?
You'll never understand! This is love and justice! The power of a hero!
A hero!
Evil shall fall by the light of justice! Behold the power of everyone's love! Demon Slayer X!
Justice, love, the power of a hero.
Are you listening, Master? You've never even been to a class, dude! Isn't that, kind of bad?
With the Overlord dead, peace was restored. But as long as evil exists, the hero will fight on.
And thank you for your continued support. Please look forward to Hackathon's next series.
Oh. Damn. When I get immersed in my research like that, I get so excited, I can't help drooling. However, it seems the time has come for me to start the preparations.
What's up, Master Dude?
Peons, listen closely. As of now, I shall become a hero.
What the hell, dude? You're the heir to the Netherworld, the one and only son of the Overlord, Dean of Evil Academy? Why would you want to be a hero, dude?
Why, to defeat the Overlord! To beat up my dad. All of the evidence shows that it is the hero who always defeats the Overlord. Therefore, I must become a hero!
That's too simplistic, dude.
Fool! There's nothing simplistic about it. It's the conclusion of my 3 months of non-stop research on anime, comic books, and video games. The hero defeats the Overlord. This is the only infallible rule. Need I remind you that I'm a genius?
Huh. That's some conclusion you've reached, dude.
However, there is one huge problem.
I'm sure there's more than one, but, what is it?
I don't understand this love and justice quantity that heroes always talk about. No matter how much I research it, even with my 1.8 million evil quotient, I can't figure it out. And the worst part is, this love and justice thing seems to be the source of a hero's power! What could it be?
So, you finally made your decision.
Ah, Jeffrey.
I trust the various research data I presented you about the hero has proven to be useful?
Indeed. As you mentioned, it seems I must acquire the power of a hero in order to defeat the Overlord. The problem is, how do I obtain a hero's power?
Do not worry, young master. Leave that task to your loyal butler. I thought this might happen, so I've already found a healthy, strapping, legendary hero for you.
That was fast. You really are convenient, Jeffrey.
A little too convenient.
That is a part of my job, after all.
All right! I will capture that hero! Then I'll solve the mystery behind the hero's power, even if I have to dissect him! You better be ready, legendary hero!
I don't like a lot of these deliveries in the voiceover in English.
Phew! Talk about a pain, dude. At least the master finally went to school.
Chapter 1, Netherworld Honor Student.
Love it.
Please wait, young master.
What is it, Jeffrey?
I thought this might happen, so I've readied a few squires for you. Please, use them for your hunt.
There's no need. Demons must relish solitude. Demons have no need for friends.
Though what you say is very true, it is an overlord's duty to use slaves. I suggest you try them out this once.
If you insist, then I will accept your advice. You guys, you better be useful to me.
Blub, blub, blub. Oh god, you see shit's already... other buttons already being pressed. Everything looks great. La 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 la. Exquisite disc. This one could be one of the quickest tests. Because it's DJ Hero 2 and... well... I don't know where the controller is. So... it's essentially just gonna be turning the game on and then... being like, yep, it worked. Which is how some of you may want this whole thing to go. But that's not nearly as much fun now, is it? It comes kind of like in a little weird clear case thing or whatever. Okay, you can cancel the update. Good. But that's because it came in a huge box with all sorts of shit or whatever. So like, this is just originally what it looks like. There's nothing else fancy that goes in it. I think I got this for Christmas? Maybe a million years ago? I don't remember. No, I think I was just playing it on Christmas. I'm pretty sure I bought it myself. I was like, I remember playing it at my mom's house around Christmas time. It's one of the only memories that I have playing it, actually. Take your time, game. It's cool. This might have to really just be enough. Like, the game's on. There's not really too much more that I can look into anything like that. I just pressed X out of curiosity, but I don't. It's just checking for save data right now instead of here. I'll press some more buttons. Oh, it says loading data. Shit. So it does have my save data still on here. You're not signed in a network. Yeah, that's cool. Please connect a microphone. It's not even the microphone that they're doing or whatever. But yep, it works. Everything's fine. Cool. And at that point, we probably just DMCA'd ourselves as well. Hilarious. All right. Quite pristine. There was like a small blemish on there, but I was able to just rub it off real quick. Everything looks great. This is Dragon Age Origins. Hilarious that I have it on PS3, but I've I've barely gotten into it. I gotta get back to my playthrough on the PC version. Apparently I'm at like the worst part of the game. The biggest, longest, most trudginest part in the game. But once again, I even gotta remember how to fucking play the game. What do you mean preparing install? Oh no. What do you mean total progress? What do you mean total progress 0? What do you... Oh boy. Now we're definitely gonna have to... Like, I don't know. I feel maybe we ought to leave this to be like, yeah, the game works. It's fine. I can't... Is there even any way for me to stop? File progress from what? Is all those file progress? Is that it downloading? Oh my gosh. This is kind of like how Final Fantasy XI used to download, right? It would download this small individual file. It would unpack it real quick. And then it would let it... It's just like 80% of the time that goes by is like the handshake it has to make in between downloading every single fucking file. See, there we go. This one's moving a little bit faster. Put a little bit of background music on for this one. We only got like 4, well, technically 6 games after this one. Oh, but these other two, the 2 big Lunar games, I'm not sure if I'll fuck with those. Yeah, you know what? I can take the discs out without having to fuck up too much. It shouldn't be too tough. This game needs a lot more bigger files. You know what? This is actually all being read from the disc. They're like, you know, it would be cool. But I can still kind of appreciate that though, right? Because they went from this to just downloading the entire things now. Sony's like, yeah, we're gonna get rid of physical discs, right? We're gonna stop doing discs in like a handful of years. We're just gonna stop production. We're just gonna save money on that. And it's such a rough spot. I mean, the fact of the matter is that it of course only benefits Sony, right? It only benefits the corporation. We've been using CDs, Blu-rays, we've been using them for a very, very long time, actually. They seem to kind of still work out for the most part, but then you gotta worry about disc rot, right? You know, like we've definitely evolved a long time in the world of gaming, right? We've gone from, you know, just like PCs with a little bit of data kind of in there, whatever. And then we got to the console world. You know, they started using cassettes for some things, which is pretty cool. Then eventually we had the carts, like, you know, that was one of the bigger things that started that for me, is like Atari, right? So you have cartridges there. So we went from cartridges from Atari, cartridges for ColecoVision, cartridges on Nintendo, Genesis, Nintendo 64 even, going into the era of CDs, right? Like we were just getting in there, and that's because the medium was kind of changing, right? Pretty much building like, you know, tiny PCs that are the carts that has all the data inside of it that talks to the rest of the thing. That was pretty cool. The amount of data that a CD could hold, even though it brought in the realm of load times or whatever, right? You know, bringing CDs into there, one of the big things about the CDs was the fact that the CDs could hold a larger amount of data that could be read from the, you know, so that gave some capabilities for some things, right? Never had a case of that to my discs. I have a handful of discs that have experienced disc rot. But you want to know what though? I would definitely say that I don't think that it's ever happened to any of my games. It's generally happened on like blank CDs, right? And at that point, that just kind of means that, like, you know, when they're mass producing these cheap blank CDs, which of course, when you're Poe or whatever, you want a good deal, you're gonna pay the least money that you can for the most that you can get or whatever. So at that point, it might have been bad, but like disc rot, it's real. I've definitely experienced it where like, you know, the thing, or like, you know, the sticker or whatever on top of it, the thing that holds all the data, just got bubbly and crumbly, right? It just like bubbled up off of the plastic, and I pressed my finger on it and just all crackled away. It's possible. It's got a shelf life, right? And so what's the next thing that started to work for everybody? Well, now we have all of this hard drive technology, the NVMe technology. We have the capability to hold large amounts of data inside of solid state drives. which is pretty cool. So then what happens with that, you know, that's what Nintendo essentially decided to go with their cartridges, right? So they're little cartridges, they're just little SSDs, right? If I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I might be wrong. What if it's something fucking weird? But, you know, generally Nintendo is selling tiny SSDs with part or full amount of the game on there. And now they're even just giving away a bunch of cards that just has a little chip in there with a fucking key. Instead of, you know, the fucking game key card. What a crock of shit. But the fact of the matter is that they're going to that next medium, right? Because if we're getting away from discs as a medium, you know, there's usually a next step. We've always had a next step going up, right? We've had, you know, we've had like, you know, tape was a storage medium to put entertainment on there, and then which tape, you know, followed through to, like, you know, the Betamax, the VCR, and then from VCR, then we started going to CDs, and we started going to DVDs, and then we got Blu-rays, you know, the HD DVD. We had all of that shit, right? We were still going somewhere. We were going somewhere extra. But where we are now is an era of data, an era of you know, a medium that holds a shitload of data, and those things also are the things that are generally our hard drives. And especially with all of the bullshit that's going on right now in existence, that's getting really expensive for a bunch of reasons that I don't feel like getting into. So that makes things, you know, that kind of sucks a little bit or whatever. But at that point, I'm kind of like, all right, well, fucking, you know, if you're going to get rid of discs, make another medium. But the fact of the matter is that medium is, it's hard drives right now, right? It's just SSDs. But I'm like, no balls, fucking get me carts made of crystal. Get me a thin piece of fucking crystal with data written in it and let me slide it in a slot or something, you know, like, fucking take the step. And if you're not going to take the step, don't be a dick and take away from a lot of people what already works. Background you select will determine which of 6 distinct opening stories you play through. It also affects how characters respond. Caster sees an ally. Oh, this ship's some more extra loading. And so the golden city blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You've brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. So from what I hear, you are enjoying the route Sony wants to do. I generally have been very much enjoying that, but you want to know what, though? They're not going to make a fucking crystal hard drive medium, right? They're still sticking with all the, you know, I want fucking etched crystal with data inside of it. Put all the ones and zeros inside of a crystal ball or some shit. That would be fucking boss. Do something else, because that's in the end, that's the base of this situation, right? Is there's kind of no more of a need for discs, because discs now are simply inefficient. Now, don't take that as me defending Sony, though. Sony can eat shit. I don't like their decision. I'm still very much against it. But the fact of the matter is that
and from the deep roads,
we have machines that are very powerful and very quick, and we have large hard drives where we can quickly download all of this data or whatever. I mean, depends, of course, on where you. There's a wide amount of, you know, use cases and differences and shit like that make a huge difference with this all, right? There's a lot to talk about in all of that thing or whatever, but like at a base level, we have large data storage, and we have high-speed internet.
Men and women from every
so that essentially does make the medium of the compact disc kind of useless. One of the other reasons why it's kind of being kept around is, you know, for for the nostalgia of it, for the coolness, for the feeling that you bought a thing and you get to own it, you know, which is important. It's very, very important to a lot of people. People deserve to have that when they're spending their money for anything. Because in the end, what it comes down to then, and we've said this many times or whatever, if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. Then it all is actually just available for us whenever we want. And then you'll be, you know, Sony will be, they'll be lucky if we decide to donate any of our money to their cause. That's what it comes down to in the end. I feel like something like this, though, them taking away options like this, that's, at that point, everybody should just stop supporting Sony now then, right? It would be like, oh, well, I want my game to be on discs, and if you're not going to do that, then you're not going to, you know, then we're not going to work together. You don't have what I'm looking for, Sony. You can eat shit. If you're using the high-speed internet that states have, that is 6+ hours just to download a game nowadays. I have a gigabit Ethernet, and it is not 6 hours to download a game. It's not even an hour. It's generally a matter of minutes to download many, many, many gigabytes worth of data. People freak out all the time because also, you see, and I don't know, I'm slightly an outlier, but generally they guarantee the speed tests to be like, they guarantee the speed tests of up to 700. Like if you don't have 700 megs download and upload when you're doing the speed test, when they're installing your stuff, then they do it. But I am across the street from the junction box. My speed tests are like 990 by 990. Like I'm getting fucking all of that, right? So then the only limitations are whether the servers that I'm downloading it from allow me to pull at those speeds. And then the other thing is how fast my hard drives are. And my hard drives are pretty fast. Everything's working out. So my speeds are pretty fucking ridiculous. But the fact of the matter is that I'm very fortunate in that case, right? Tons of people don't have that or whatever. But still, in general, they still have pretty good internet. But I am, what's the word? Privileged when it comes to the speeds that I get. My shit downloads really fast or whatever. I mean that they market 50 meg. Oh yeah, for high speed, not a gigabyte. Oh, I see. Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing too. Is that, like, you know, there's plenty of places where gigabit Ethernet is not available. There's plenty of places where you know, even the high speeds. You know, there's plenty of places with shitty internet, and those people deserve to have a way to do it too, or whatever, right? And generally, what is that thing? The fucking disc, right? So you literally just remove the possibility for somebody to get some physical media sent to them so that they can at least take a little bit of the weight off of that. Because also on top of that, another thing that I'm very, very privileged with is the fact that I don't have a bandwidth cap. I can download as much as I fucking want to forever at no extra cost. So that's another thing too. But also, fuck internet companies for making you pay extra money for the amount of bandwidth that you pull down. I don't think that costs them any extra money, and if it does, it's probably fucking pennies. They can eat shit. So, but yeah, you know, being able to get a disc with a large amount of data already on it that they won't have to download, that takes the heat off or whatever it is. It's exactly what I watched Spawn Wave. Spawn Wave was talking about it. Spawn Wave, and everybody agrees. Them not giving an option for some other type of storage media for them to use, you know, to take the heat off of the bandwidth, to feel like that you bought and own a game. It only helps Sony. That's definitely not thinking about the people at all. It's definitely not thinking about their consumers and how they feel about it. They clearly don't give a fuck about it. They want everybody to shut up about it and fucking like it, right? You're gonna own nothing and you're gonna like it. Yeah, no, suck a dick. Unless you like sucking dick, then suck something that you don't like. Take that. Yeah, it's a goddamn shame. You know, like generally as a concept. CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, they're old. They work fine, but they're, you know, they're kind of old. And they also do have a lifespan, but so does a hard drive. Oh, this one's gonna be fun to test. It's a good one. But there are games that you buy the disc, but yeah, when you put it into play, the initial boot, they'll go and download the game. Yeah, Spyro had that. People didn't like that. Yeah, because that ended up being a thing too. Because essentially, then those things were just glorified game key cards, right? They had almost nothing on a disc, which is absurd. And I probably just do that to save time. They're like, well, they're gonna download it anyway, right? It'd be like, oh, how much of the game is on there? Oh, like 200 megs. Nah, dude, fuck you. Yeah, they've been doing that for a long time. I don't even remember exactly what games. I think like some of the old Call of Duty games were doing that and stuff like that. But yeah, there are plenty of games to where like when you get the disc and it's like, oh, you got the disc. Put the disc in. Okay, downloading 27 gigabytes. Because that's the other thing too. Then they're backpassing it. But then companies are like, yeah, then why do we even need discs? And it's like, the people could use the discs. You're definitely not thinking of the people. You're thinking in a, why don't the people just pull themselves up by their bootstraps type of situation. That's not appropriate. Right? That does not work out. We're just gonna watch a little bit of the beginning of this game. This game is one of the coolest fucking games ever. But it's essentially like a glorified movie. It's all quick time. Servers go down all the time for games. Yeah, but that's also another thing that ends up needing to be walked back as well, is that like, because that's another thing that companies have definitely been doing in order to fuck everybody over, is that sure, you can keep discs, but then you put the disc in, will it let you play the game still? Or does it want to check for the license? You know, like, they're like, oh, I see that you put this disc in to play this game. Do you have the license to do that? They're even making that worse now, actually. Because, so with Nintendo, you know how they have their game key cards, right? They have their game key cards, their little memory card thing, you know, with the carts that their games are on. Each and every single one of those carts, and this, I mean, it was technically a good idea, but it's also a piece of shit idea. Every single one of these carts has a unique ID on the cart, right? And that makes it so that, like, let's say that, you get your hands on a copy of a game and you're like, okay, I'm going to rip the data on this game and I'm going to put it on the internet available for everybody to download so that they can pirate this game, right? If multiple people are playing that game on the internet at the same time, like, you know, they may be able to see that unique ID is online in two different places, and then I don't know if they nuke both people or whatever, but you know, they're like, oh no, this game is who's doing this, you know, and they investigate it, and then that's when they can remote break your shit, and that is some bullshit as well, right? There's news, very recent news, like as of the last couple of days, that like Xbox wants to do that with discs, right? They're gonna have a unique ID inside of every single disc that's played, so that they could do that same thing in order to prevent rampant piracy of newer stuff.
Goma Lasher. Major impurity level. There are a lot of things that a lot of places are doing. I feel like the real answer is for them to stop fighting piracy too much. Like, I understand the need or the want to stop piracy, you know, to kind of, or, you know, stop people from stealing, quote unquote, your product. But we have so much goddamn evidence. We have so much fucking evidence that shows actually how helpful piracy is. Piracy usually somebody goes in, they're like, oh, I don't know what to do it. So it's the reason why demos actually are fantastic for games as well. People are like, I'm not 100% sure about doing this, whatever. I don't know if I like the game or whatever, but then they get their hands in the game and then they play it and they're like, oh, I love this. And then they pay money, right? You try the product and you're like, I absolutely adore this product. And then all of a sudden you support the shit out of that product, especially if it's a really good product. Then you might lose your fucking mind. Then you might, I don't know, buy 3 or 4 copies of House of Leaves in your lifespan to give to friends or whatever, you know, like that. It has definitely been shown that piracy has been extremely helpful. But even to a degree to where Epic Games, right? The Epic Games Store. You know how the Epic Games Store generally gives away a lot of the Epic Games Store gives away a lot of games, right? A lot of free games. I have not purchased a single game in the Epic Games Store, but I did get a lot of the free games. Now I won't even dignify them with installing it in my system because they can fuck up. But it turned out, like, there was data that was showing that people were getting free games on Epic Games Store, and then they would start playing it a little bit, and they would be like, oh man, I fucking love this game. And then they would go buy it on Steam, because that's where the majority of their collection is, and that's what they would rather support or for whatever other reasons on top of that. But that's kind of like the same situation there, where they've spent their money because they got to play the game first and they were like, wow, I really love this game. I would like to spend money on it, you know? It was like increasing Steam's revenue by them giving the demos or whatever. So if developers in general would just always give demos for the shit that they have, science and research has definitely proved that this has been very, very good for them. It increases their sales, right? Yeah, I've played games in friend places when they bought them later, bought them myself because you loved them. Yeah, it's like such common sense, right? But then we got corpo brain, right? You know, we got CEOs that are like, what's that? Our bottom line, you know, like it's fucking all bullshit. And then they end up fucking us all over, like, in the end. But what's even funnier, the thing that drives me crazy, is that they're doing this and sure, they're still making like a good amount of money and that sucks. But like the fact of the matter is that they don't understand that they are affecting their own bottom line still, right? If they would just fucking get with the fucking program and realize what they're doing, realize what we have figured out all of these years, if they were to just do all the things that we just talked about moments ago, they would get more money. But of course, though, in the end, they kind of don't give a shit because they usually kind of see it as like some sort of acceptable losses, right? The stuff that I'm saying is stuff that a lot of normal consumers say all the time or whatever, but people generally that are like in the corps, they're like, well, but you don't really know what it's like behind the scenes. You're not a businessman. You don't know what the numbers look like. They already have all of their projections for their acceptable losses and for their, you know, like how much they're like, oh, this much marketing, we should see this much return, blah, 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 all these things. You know, they've crunched the numbers and they've already made their decisions, which is also still kind of part of the fucking problem. Is that they've made, it's like they've made decisions for us, which is kind of wacky. This game is so fucking good.
This game is like the ultimate fucking smashy power fantasy. Is that my sweet, precious KDG, whom I love with all of my heart? My goodest girl. Hello, sweetheart. How you doing? Perhaps. Hello, hi, I love you. I've missed you. Welcome back. It's like companies doing NDAs for people uploading them playing a game on YouTube. Yeah, and on Twitch and Kick. And how do they know that people will actually play their game? You know, not NDA or copyright claims. Yeah. I know you, Daddy Cliche Darkness. Good girl. I love you too so very much. I hope that you have been doing fantastic. I hope that you have been enjoying all of your music playing, and I wish that I could go up and see you at the show that y'all are going to be doing, like near the end of July, right? What is it, July, like 22nd, 24th? Or am I wrong? Am I crazy? Yare! But yeah, the copyright claims and stuff like that. Like all of that shit is so archaic. One day we'll be together again. I agree. You are correct and crazy. I pay attention, sweetheart. I pay attention. But yeah, copyright. Some bullshit. Fucking patents. Bullshit. Fucking all of that. Yeah, you know what I do. We've done enough. We've also done enough here. We're good with the rest of this game. This game has been thoroughly tested. But after doing that, part of me is like, man, do I want to? You know what? We can pirate it. I'm not sure how well it would do. Pirating fucking PlayStation 3 games is a little bit more of an ordeal than most anything else. I recently just fucked with pirating PS3 games. Or not exactly pirating PS3 game, but trying to do it whatever. Yeah, time for Dust 514 here. Let's go ahead. Here we go. Let's just pop this in here real quick. There we go. No problem. Do you remember that boss ass music? My little KDG has the sweetest smile. Beautifully pristine. The next game that we're going to be looking at, next game we're going to be testing Dead Space. Bafinada. Boop. I'm actually pretty sad that my controller is kind of... I did not press square, you piece of shit. My controller is being rude. You just set up Silk Song? Nice. That's a game that I need to get back to. I need to make some decisions. Well, first of all, I'm testing all this shit so I can try and sell it so that I could have a place to live, but... Fuck, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of life. But I played through like half of Silk Song. And then I drifted away from it. I don't even remember exactly. It was probably another video game or some shit. Oh, I love this fucking game so much. We're not gonna do a lot of this game. We're just testing once again. Ongoing series playthroughs +1 out of 714. Exactly. I even tried making a list, but I mean, I have that. We have the spreadsheets. But what? I am pretty sad that this controller is a little busted. Downloadable content is being scanned. You don't respect the spreadsheet. Well, I just haven't finished making the new one. I have a new spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet tells me what game in what specific series what game in what specific series that I'm on. Right? So instead of just having like the huge giant list of games or whatever, it tells me, you know, like in the Ultima series or whatever. Oh no. You know, I'm on Ultima 4, so it says Ultima 4 on that list or whatever. Why, hello, Jake BB. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. When the blazing sun is gone, DJ might have finally played another game. Time to contact point. 3 minutes.
Isaac, it's me.
Mommy?
I wish I could talk to you.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
I'm sorry about everything. Wish I could.
I forget the rest. Me too.
It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening.
Legit, you thought you was going to do playthrough of Fantasy 9 again, but hard mode, aka the original copy. Yeah, that one's right here.
How many times you watched that thing?
But
Guess you really miss her. Don't worry, we're almost there. You'll be able to look her up.
Daddy needs money.
Sounds like you do have a lot.
I gotta get me that cash.
All right, everyone, we're here.
You mean FF8?
All this trouble over that chunk of rock.
I'm keeping folklore though, for now.
Space mining is a lucrative business, Ms. Daniels. Aegis 7 is a gold mine according to prospectors' reports. Cobalt, silicon.
What is FF8?
Now,
It's poopy.
There she is. We have visual
Twinkle,
contact.
twinkle, little to white hair. DJ, respect the spreadsheets.
So that's Ishimura. Impressive.
The USG Ishimura.
Yes, keep it for good luck. No, I keep. Well, there's 2 reasons I want to keep it. One is because it's not available on anything else. It's essentially one of those games that's stuck on the PS3.
And stay clear of that debris field. We're here to fix
Cool.
that ship, not the other way around.
I haven't played it yet, but I really want to play it. Another game that's on that list is Heavenly Sword, but I have played and beaten Heavenly Sword, and that's fantastic. And I do own it.
Yes, we know. Boost the signal. More.
It was amazing. Oh, I'm not talking about Dead Space. I'm talking about Folklore. Dead Space is getting sold. There's not a sequel to Folklore, I don't think. Unless you know something that I don't. That would be fucking wild. But yeah. Folklore is a super cool game about lots of fairy folklore type stuff, whatever. Very magical, very cool, very interesting. Never heard of it? Yeah. It only ever came out on the PlayStation. It was never released digitally anywhere else, on anything else. And I have a copy of it. I've had it. This is actually the copy that Woven bought a billion years ago. And Woven, I don't remember if I bought it off of him or if he gave it to me. I'm pretty sure I bought it off of him. Because he had already beaten it or whatever, and he was trying to lighten a load of stuff at his house or whatever, and he was... usually he sells me some of his former games for good prices. And that was back when I had an income. But yeah. Another one where the devil did something to his man's wife for the Switch. Wait, who did did what thing for the devil wife? Oh, that demon killed my wife or something. Yeah. That game is called... I actually just looked at it the other day. I still have my copy and it's still sealed.
All right, let's get some extra hands from flight deck to help out.
Fuck, I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, cool game. I just looked at it because I thought about selling it. I was like, this thing's collector. It was only ever released physically. I want to go check it up. Yeah, yours is still in the box and shipped in. Yeah. Nice. But unfortunately, it is not worth a decent amount of money or anything. You know, they only made 9,000 and it's not worth cash. For now. Also, though, Jake, we definitely did check. Please stop. See, and this is... Can you stop?
You didn't lose power to the port booster. You lost the port booster.
Yeah, we did check. Yeah, we can download it. You know, it's available. It's available. You know, we can just get that digitally if we want to. It's not exactly available. You would have to pirate it. We definitely would have to pirate it. Ah, fuck.
Guess the power's down everywhere.
Woo!
Isaac, get over here and hack the door pad.
Your mom! Oh, you mean this one? Yeah. Switch open to what fucking... Oh shit, look. Fucking, what do you want me to touch? Oh, now it says unlock. Objective complete. Alright, well this is good enough. The game is tested, we're in the game, we're running around, things are working. Dead Space has been tested and it is functioning well. Now, this one's an interesting one. Sony Online Entertainment made it. It's part of what's known as the Untold Legends series, or whatever it's called, Dark Kingdom, and it plays kind of like Diablo, right? It was one of those Diablo isometric style action RPGs. A lot of games that are like it that are super cool. Is what the front of it looked like? The ultimate next-gen action RPG experience. Yeah, whatever. Sony Online Entertainment is who had made like the original EverQuest and shit like that. This game saves Nugami, Kuragas, Warrior, Scout, Mage. That's what I'm gonna choose. I don't think I ever beat this one too. Depending on how much money this... Well, I could always just pirate it. Oh, great. No. Can you just fucking... I'm just gonna make his name... Because the fucking controller is like some being shitty. Look at this fucking cell phone style message entering system. All coming back to me now.
I am Bitch, the legendary mage.
The Kingdom of Durith, an ancient land of untold legend. A land that has prospered for over 1,000 years.
Me and Woven used to play this game together.
I command the Dragon Shade. We are an elite squad of warriors who draw essence from our fallen enemies. After years of conflict with the barbarian clans to the north, away from king and country, we prepare our final assault. But only now, on the eve of victory, will I confirm my worst fear. That in mine absence, a darkness has consumed my homeland.
We are in the barbarian lands. Yes!
Spread out. Find the barbarian chieftain. Once he is defeated, the war is over.
As you command, sir.
Finally, I shall whet my hunger for battle.
Straight away.
Use the right stick.
You can block their attack.
Or we just let all these ladies just kind of hang out here. I think ABB would like this game. New quest added. Dude, this game's fucking cool, actually. I remember liking it when I played it back then, too. Wait, did I just use fucking Bro? Summer of Mara is on your wish list, right? I think so. I may buy it for you and me. I don't remember which one is Summer of Mara. But I don't know if I'll be able to play it. Press select to level up. Oh no, I'm not selling the PC2, no. I didn't mean to slide back like that. That was funny. Fucking fuck you up too. Get out of here. Oh shit, I can jump? Fuck off. Alright, it's good enough. It has been proven that it functions, and it functioned well. What DJ means, he's got other things to do, like his 83rd playthrough of Zelda 1. Actually, we're about to do Metroid. And then I'm going to do Babby's first randomizer. I'm going to play Zelda 1, Metroid 1, Z1, M1. Which is a randomizer of both Zelda and Metroid smooshed together in a super cool way. Alright, and here's one that really gonna break my heart to sell. And it's Kingsfield, like I said. And it's Kingsfield. This is the first Kingsfield that came out in the States. The first one that was localized otherwise. The Kingsfield that I beat the last month or whatever. Or in the beginning of this month. I don't remember. Time is a soup. And it's like a chowder too, so it's fucking murky. This is the second one ever to exist, but it is the first one that came out here in the States. Very near and dear to me. Kingsfield, the original Kingsfield games is the beginning of the Souls-like series, technically. The Moonlight Blade is in the first Kingsfield game. That's where it originates from. And it has been in plenty of other stuff since then. Is that sealed? No. It'd be nice if it was. It's not sealed, but it is complete in box. Well, everything except the thing. Pretty computer. Case just looked like it. I don't know. No, it's got like the paper too up on the edges is like a little bit frayed. You know, it's a little, yeah. The disc itself though, mint as fuck. Absolutely beautiful disc. Oh, it looked like it was shrink wrapped? Oh, interesting. That'd be hardcore. I bought it a year or two ago or whatever because I wanted to authentically go through, you know, all the Kingsfield games or whatever, but you know, on original hardware. But man, let me tell you what, a retro tink is expensive, bro. And also I need rent money and food money and bill money and to get a goddamn job. I am so tired of looking for a fucking job. The amount of artificial intelligence bots that I have talked to on LinkedIn is fucking absurd. I hate them all. And all the AI bot email, it's just all fucking AI now. It is just all fucking AI agents trying to talk to you about, you know, whatever. Can you send me your resume? Oh, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Your resume doesn't look very good. I can get you someone who can help you with your resume. Would you like help with your resume? Would you like help with your LinkedIn page? Would you like help? No. Shut your fucking mouth, robot. Stop calling me king. I don't. They didn't call me, but still, it's all fucking AI.
A mysterious darkness
everywhere.
The island of Marinette. There was either a god or a demon who controlled the island, and no one tried to go there.
So we played this game a little bit after we beat the first Kingsfield. So I have a save file that I've put a little bit of time on, and I've had a great time. You know, I have on emulation. I was kind of wishing that I could do this, but I was like, you gotta pull out the PS3 or the PS2 and hook it up, and it might be a little pain. But the PS2 is a little bit less of a pain because it's got the PS2 is a little bit less of a pain because well, first of all, it was a little more accessible over here, but I did buy a device that lets me just plug it in via HDMI, so I don't have to go through a lot of trouble. Like, and it doesn't, I don't think that I have the issue with HDCP. So with this, I have to use a splitter that strips HDCP in order to capture the game so that y'all can see it. And that's what makes playing on the PlayStation 3 a bit of a pain in the ass. But I think the device that I got that converts, like, whatever the plugin is for PS2 to PS3 or to HDMI, I think it works just fine. I don't think that it has HDCP on it. Though I suppose if it does, then I'll just have to plug in this thing too, whatever. The amount of wires that are around me right now just to get the PS3 like plugged in and working, it's pretty absurd. This shit's crawling all across my desk in weird ways so I can have a convenient place to put the PS3 and plug it in and shit. Data loading. Please wait. This is not gonna work out very well. See, this dude about to use the Moonlight Blade. Boom. So since this controller presses a bunch of random buttons, this is not gonna go well. Not enough space. Cannot save data. Yeah, that's cool. Who gives a fuck? Just go. Ah. You're left in an island. This is what a lot of people do. They're like, oh, cool. Well, let me just... Oh, never mind. That was my first experience with this game. But it points you in this direction. You're not supposed to just walk off on there. Oh yeah, I forgot that this one has run as a possibility. You look like the person that was wrecked, that was on the ship that wrecked a few days ago, but it's hard to believe that you were able to make it to the shore. Usually when a ship wrecks out there, no one makes it here alive, except those who are tradesmen. I came here to look for Vikings' treasures, but this island is filled with poison, and now I can't live without the water on this island, and I cannot leave. So this is kind of the beginning of the way that NPCs talk in Dark Souls. You know, like you keep having to talk to them in order to exhaust their dialogue. See that lighthouse over there?
It was made by King Harvain a long time ago. It still works, though, as it is lit by the magic powers of the mage. Sedek. You can easily go over there if you go through the shallow waters. But be careful and watch out for Sigilus. Dangerous sea monsters. It's pretty dangerous around here. When you go inside this island, you will see so many monsters. The Kraken's nest is especially dangerous. Don't go near it. There's some people living on this island as well as sea merchants. You'd better go explore this place. The village is behind the wooden door. I think you need special equipment to survive. You have to hurry. You'd better hurry, and that means the dialogue has been exhausted. Now let's hold run. We use the fire crystal. This will give us the power of fire magic. Magic learned. I'll just step off this thing and everything. Oh, never mind. And now we've undone everything that we've done. Alright, we've tested it. It works fantastic. It's very pristine. No rotting of the discs whatsoever. So, that's good to know. Oh boy. This is one of the more expensive games too, or whatever. I'm not sure exactly how much I'll get for it, but I don't know, maybe around 150 or something. I don't know. Done with your D&D, hell yeah. Alright. Now it's time to test these sweet babies, of which I am a very big fan of. Lunar, the Silver Star story complete. Done stuff and getting side quests? Yeah, nice. Let's just go ahead and pull out case. You know, I think for this original one, and this is probably why it's not worth nearly as much. But it's like complete in box. But the only things is like the game and the manual, or not the manual, but like, you know, this like art book, which is a super cool art book. The second game had so much more shit in there. Bluish waifu, some hero person. At least that's what I think I saw. Oh yes, yeah, that's right. I forgot there is a map that's on the inside as well. We're gonna have to be sure to. Take pictures of that. Ooh. No. One of these discs was just kind of wobbling around in there, and I can see how it's doing that too, because pretty loose. One of them loose middle ones. But let's go ahead and pop one of these in. I'm not sure what else in here. So the first disc here is the game. And then there's another disc that has a music soundtrack on there. What is this disc? Okay, that is disc 2. And then there's the making of. I feel like that they kind of mixed up where these things are. Booty. Game boots up properly. What's it called again? Oh, what this? Lunar.
The Silver Star Story. It just was remade, essentially, or like kind of re-released this version. These PlayStation versions. I have them on Sega CD as well. They hopefully will fetch me many hundreds of dollars. Yeah.
In your dreams, magical thoughts, all things are real unless you dream they're not. In your dreams, love is the plot, carried on wings of hope. Each of our souls intertwine when we do. Instantly we see it, the time to grow and be it, when everything is pinned on a let rise the dreams of your heart, that innocent youth, careless and kind, free to roam the breeze in love, only when two brilliantly shine as
I actually have, and this isn't something. This is a clap. Jake, you're so cute. When this game was remade and re-released in Japan, it was not released in America yet, and it was in an era where it was a banger game. It really is. It was in an era where a lot of anime games, there's tons of super awesome games, and this even I think still happens now, kind of, question mark. There's a lot of games that never made it over to the States or whatever, right? So when this came out in Japan, Woven bought for himself, quote unquote, but he's kind of essentially bought it for me. He gave it to me, the Japanese version of Lunar Silver Star Story, the Japanese version of this game. And I figured, since I played the Sega CD version a billion trillion times, that I would, you know, I was like, oh, I don't really need to read it. We'll be fine. It turns out the remake is like a whole fucking remake. There's so much extra shit, so many different places to go. So like I was going, you know, the beginning of the game essentially like starts just like the other one does or whatever, but then there's major divergence and there's a bunch of added cool shit. So then I kind of got lost. I don't think that I was ever actually able to beat the Japanese version. I think I did eventually. I kept on trying, but I still have this Japanese version. The top thing unfortunately is like a little busted, but it's still got the disc in it. It's still got the inserts and stuff. Unfortunately, this Japanese version really isn't worth too much. Definitely not enough for me to want to sell it. Like, sure, I love these games, and sure, I would like to, like, especially these collector's editions, I'd like to keep them, but if I truly get my shit together later on and I can have some disposable income, I can get them again if I want to or whatever, but I still have access to play the actual games, but they mean a ton to me. But yeah, so I got the Japanese one, didn't know it would come out in America. Not only did it come out in America, the only version that came out was all sorts of cool shit. It was like these big thick versions with a huge book in there. It's got a map inside of there. It has a soundtrack. It has the making of on a DVD. Like, not only did we get it in the States, we got a we got a version full of so much more shit. It was pretty wacky and pretty amazing. Like, this thing isn't exactly opened. It's like it's taped shut, but like, you know, this is the map that comes with it that normally is inside of this thing here. New game. Looks like an anime box set. Yeah, legit. And the second one is even better. Lunar 2, the Eternal Blue. Lunar Eternal Blue is just what it was called on Sega CD.
I don't remember when it started exactly,
came out, but like this thing is twice as thick almost as the first Lunar.
Grabbed my heart early and is yet to let go.
In my opinion, it isn't even exactly a better game, but it's a great fucking game. I like the first Lunar better than the second one, but maybe it's because I have much more nostalgia for it. But I'll show you all the crazy junk that comes in this one
It's also so
as soon as we're done with this.
One day, I want to have adventures like that.
You know, I don't know if
excitement of that kind is a long way from Berg.
I don't know if we can have this as how do you say I don't think that we can have this as Japanese with English subtitles because things were different back then. The amount of data that could be put on these are regular CDs, not Blu-rays, you know.
Oh, hello, Noel.
But the new versions you can.
Alex, couldn't you hear me? I've been flying all over for the last half hour calling for you. But I should have known you'd be here.
Oh, no. Where else would I be?
In honor of the great Dragon Master, Dine. I know that Dine was probably the greatest of the four heroes, Alex, but I'm amazed that you never get tired of coming to stare at his dull monument. Oh, shoot. I just remembered. We better go meet Luna to practice singing. If we're late, she'll be upset.
You wanted to see it again? See what again? Boo 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 boo. Alright, so this works. Now we get to test all of the other discs. Go ahead and pop in disc 2. I don't know if disc 2 has the opening on it or not, or if it'll just go straight to the thing. Oh, the opening! Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. That's what he was referring to, legit. So, you know, we at least just gotta make sure that this bitch boots up. Know what I mean? Looks good so far. Cool. It does have the opening on this one too. Unfortunately, I'm gonna save just a little bit of time. We'll hit new game. It'll be like, put in disc 1, you fucking idiot. Why so pretty? You're so pretty. Oh shit! What? Do they have the beginning of the game on this fucking disc 2 as well? What?
It started exactly, but the dream of having a fantastic adventure in far-off places grabbed my heart.
Am I crazy?
You see,
this one does say disc 1, and I looked very closely, and disc 2 is on there. They got in the
his honor.
What?
His adventures
What?
are the most fantastic of all.
That should have just given you a fucking. It should have been like, put in disc 1, you fucking idiot. But it seems to have like 90% of the game in there.
Exciting. One day, I want to have adventures like that.
I don't know, but that's cool. It's tested. It works. Booty. Music soundtrack. All of these discs are so beautifully pristine. Also, I like the word pristine. Also, I like stall. Stall. is pristine. This is an audio disc. Oh man, I remember. I remember the visualizer on PS3 was so fucking cool. It just showed space and the Earth. Music, turn off! Alright, it works. Oh, I have the fucking soundtrack for the last one. Also, Pixel Junk Monsters music. Forgot about Pixel Junk Monsters. Oop. Upside down. And now to pop in, and we're not going to watch the whole thing. Wow, actually, so this is the making of Lunar. This is a disc that shows the making of the game. And it's actually got more... It's actually got more wear on it than any of the other fucking discs. Which is pretty cool. That just goes to show that probably whoever sold this before, either they died or they're just in the same predicament that I'm in and they need a handful of money, right? But like, it shows that they really truly loved... That they really truly loved the game. And they absolutely loved watching all of the things. I'm absolutely in love with like pretty much all of the cast, especially all the pretty ladies. Well, now when I watch this, they're all going to be like children in comparison to the age I am right now. But I assure you, I was in my teens and 20s when this happened. My teens specifically.
It's a boy thing.
Did you just say it's a boy game? A very working designs.
I formed a company with Mr. Kazunari Tomi, and the company's name is Studio Alex. We went to Game Arts to promote our business, and we told them we would like to make an RPG game with a compelling story that was something different from other games that existed at that time. After playing the Lunar game, if people would say, we have to live in a more positive fashion, live our lives looking to the future, that is the kind of game I wanted to make. This was the motive that inspired the Lunar game.
You had this great story, these characters that you cared about, and you were interested to see how they got together at the end, Alex and Luna. It played out more like a movie than a game because of the animated sequences along the way. It kept getting the player back into the game.
That kind of stuff, especially in the CD era,
come to the U.S., originate in Japan. They
was much newer.
And they're reworked for the U.S. audience. We were the first independent CD-ROM.
This is PC 88
so
shit.
I thought about Lunar, and I really had no preconception about what it was. I was thinking of some sort of moon game.
When we saw the Sega CD version of Lunar, we knew that that was a game we wanted to do. It was a great game.
They had a CD-ROM system that was single speed, 150K a second. You could only spool so much data off of that. So you couldn't get really involved animations. You had a limited amount of video memory, a limited color palette. There was lots of limits.
Games with good stories cannot be made without CD-ROM. And because of that, Lunar started with Sega CD, then a Saturn version, and then the PlayStation.
Oh, I forgot there was a Saturn version.
Whenever there's a better means of expression available, we will use it to express things better. And that's why we made the PlayStation version.
Cool.
People might ask a question.
We've seen enough. The making works.
Which version is the authentic version?
Shut up. All 4 discs inside of the collection function properly. We put the map back in there. Specifically put the map in that back area so that it can hold in that other disc over there. All right. That is Lunar Silver Star story. Test it out. Everything's working fantastic.
I had to start Twitch streaming. There are two things I'd choose to play first. I'd play one of the old Cardcaptor Sakura games. I should know better. I had no idea that there was Cardcaptor Sakura games. I should have known though, because Cardcaptor Sakura was so popular. All right, now this one is a bit of a monster, and showing this one off is going to be a little more difficult. Because there is a ton of shit, right? So just even looking inside of here, you could see, you know, and even we're gonna go full cam to show off this one, because they definitely went like above and beyond with this, right? So you could see already. So we got the 2-disc thing or whatever. We got a soundtrack at the top. We have the art book, just like in the first version, and we have an L2 Lunar 2 Omake box. Omake box. I don't know exactly what omake means, but essentially it's like a box full of goodies, right? At least I'm saying. Maybe I'm just being an ignorant white guy. So let's pull everything out the box. So we have this cool sleeve. Here's with the soundtrack, right? At the back there of Lucia. It was very pretty. We got the inside. Very pretty. Discs in there. We're going to have to test that at some point. And I'd play a Bandai Namco game Mighty Action X, based on the fictional game of the same name from Kamen Rider X, whatever. What if it's just English for zero equal make? Oh, yeah. It's zero make. That'd be funny. The Lunar 2 Eternal Blue art book. Very pretty. Lots of cool stuff in there. I like how they did the blue thing or whatever, you know, Eternal Blue. It's all about the blueness. Very pretty. Super cool. Here are the discs that we're doing in here. But just because you said that, Deku, now I need you to go ahead and Google up what it is. But here's the omake box. What it look like on the front and the back. We open it up and it's full of goodies. Now, it looks like that these goodies have kind of already been fucked with a little bit, which is fine. We have the map here in the front, and here you see all these little cardboard things, whatever. The cardboard things are the things were probably like grabbed and messed with a little bit. They definitely look like they have been used and bent a little bit, but what these things are, and these things are, I think they're super cool. Because I remember, I think when I first ever got this and I opened it up, they were like attached to something. I had to like break them apart, and these ones are pre-broken apart, which means that they've already fucked with them, right? So like at the bottom you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but at the bottom it's like perforated, right? And what these things are is this is a card for Galleon, and then you push it up and then ta-da, Galleon is there. And so you could like place it on your desk. You have all these things. So it's all the characters in these cute little things. So it looks like whoever, please return to normal. Oh my god, I fucked it up, didn't I? There we go, it's moving. Please continue to... I don't want to hurt you. Oh, good. But yeah, so that's what all of these little things is, and there's one for like every fucking character. Right? It even has the little instructions in there for showing how to do that. But like, oh, I mean, I should just kind of calm down. But like, you know, this is a thick stack of, there's one for every character in here. It's fantastic. Thought it was a technology card to put in something. Now, fun fact about the creators of Cardcaptor Sakura, Clamp. I love Clamp. They also made X. That's it. I need to watch the TV series all the way through. Creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure thought that Clamp was a man, yeah, using multiple female pseudonyms, and it turns out it's just a group of girls. Yeah, exactly. It's a group of ladies that all went to the salon, same salon as his wife. Yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic. Ugh, I shouldn't be. I'm like trying to organize these like cards and everything, but I shouldn't be. They just need to go back in. They just need to go back in where they belong. Oh, Ronfar. Ronfar is so cool.
These aren't gonna look. I'm gonna spend a little bit fucking with it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. One of the other thing, the coup de grace, if you will. I know that's not how it's said, but I like to say it like that. Is this bag here, right? And this bag holds inside of it string, but it's got a cool necklace on the end of it. Oh my goodness. It looks like this necklace has been touched a lot. I might want to shine this up a little bit, but on the back and whatever, it seems like it has been touched a whole lot. It's definitely got lots of fingerprints all over it and stuff. I don't know, maybe it even might be some tarnish or whatever, but this is a necklace that is worn by one of the characters, by Lucia, the main character, but I definitely might want to take like a damp cloth to that or something, or maybe find out. It is very pretty. It is super cool. I adore it. It means a lot to me. I would wear it every day if I could, but it's a bad idea. We'll go ahead and we're just going to put it back in the bag. Those are some of the main things. Those are the feelies that we got inside of this thing. Of the collector's edition. In the omake box, it's got all the omake in there. Mine now. Hello, thank you so much for that Submarino. Now, as my typing messed up, give time, and now it's time to test the discs. Sadly, these will all be for sale soon on Turner's eBay account, because I don't have an eBay account. Because I'm lame. I was like, is this case a little too wobbly? But it seems to be working out well. Disc 1, Disc 2, Disc 3. Oh, it is in general a 3-disc game. My brain is trying to give me. Hello, Maddie BB. I love you very much. How you doing? All right. So you want to know what's funny is that I don't think, because when Lunar 2 even came out on PlayStation, I still hadn't owned or played the Sega CD version yet. I now own and have played the Sega CD version, so I've never booted up this fucking game, even when I owned it previously. I've never turned on and played this PlayStation version of the game. This is one of the ones that I still haven't done. It's on the list. So, but this is going to be my first time, I think, seeing this intro for this game. Oh, it doesn't... Did I press a button? Did it not just go straight into the intro, or is this one where it waits to go into the intro? Or like, wait for you to start the game? Which would make sense. But we're gonna wait a little bit. I'm tempted even to reset it. Is there a reset button? Bitch. Oh, never mind. Here it comes. I think.
Hanging silently in space.
Ooh.
The world in the shadow of the blue star was once a lonely, barren place.
Galleon.
Unfit for habitation.
Very soft.
However, Althena took pity on that world and transformed it into a place of beauty and wonder. She called the new world Lunar. Time and circumstance conspired to force Althena to populate Lunar with people from the blue star, and, just as on the world from which they came, life was held in a delicate balance. Through times of peace, war, chaos, and battle, the blue star loomed as the only constant in the new world. Thousands of years passed, burying the origin and purpose of the blue star in the sands of time. Eventually, inhabitants of Lunar forgot why the blue star was there or how it came to be, until a girl awakened that could join the two worlds, or tear them apart forever.
Or tear them apart forever. Or destroy them. fucking awesome. There's the necklace. That's kind of new, I think. I don't think that I remember something like that in the Sega CD version. Oh, now I get it. In the Sega CD version, it shows two clawed hands grab the planet and crush it, and tons of blood comes gushing out of it. So it's essentially censorship. It looks super cool too, Jake. It's one of the coolest looking animations on the Sega CD. But definitely could easily be disturbing. Do they not know? But yeah, still kind of, right? I do miss this kind of stuff. Are they puking? Bleh. Oh, that must be Lucia. Going to the star. Actually, the goddess Althena. There's the necklace. Very cool. Like a bunch of giant ancient stone guards.
This is not the time for my awakening. Something's gone terribly wrong.
So if I remember correctly too, they kept all of or most of the original voice actors in the English Sega CD version as well, which was pretty fantastic. It might try and show the intro again. I'm going to hit start when that comes up. Or did it go just straight to the next one? Or did it just automatically start the game? Because that would be so cool. Because I don't think I hit start, but maybe it accidentally did. Oh yeah, the game was soft as fuck for the cutscene. I have to lower the volume now.
Ruby, did you say something?
Oh, great. Don't tell me you're hearing voices now.
I'm sure I heard something. I should have brought Grandpa's chisel. This is way harder than I thought. Ugh.
Hurry up and get the dragon's eye. The timer's almost run out on the trap.
Trap?
What trap?
What trap?
Whoa! Load times are kind of harsh.
Ah! Why didn't you tell me about that earlier?
I did, but you were too wrapped up in getting the jewel to listen.
Oh yeah, the jewel. Hold on, I've almost got it.
So the original Sega CD version didn't have those character things with the words under it.
There, I got it.
Bright sapphire jewel, it's beautiful, and it's all ours.
What's that rumbling?
Oh no, the exit's closing. Hurry!
They don't even say the rope broke in the Sega CD version. He just goes up, brings the rope with him, and then he's falling, which I think is way funnier.
Oh, hero, don't die on me. You just can't die.
I'm okay, Ruby. It's just a few bruises.
Okay, that's it. No more exploring for us. I can't do this anymore, hero. We always end up getting in some sort of
Shh! Ruby, listen.
What?
Ah! Come on, Ruby, let's get out of here! Well, looks like you've caught us in another messy situation.
No subs.
By the way, if you haven't figured it out, my name is Hero, and the flying cat is named Ruby. She says she's actually a baby red dragon, but I don't know if I quite believe her. She doesn't care though. We've been friends for what seems like forever. My grandfather Gwen is an archaeologist who taught us how to explore ancient ruins like this. Well, not exactly like this. Grandpa'd have a coronary if he saw me in this kind of danger, but you get the idea. I think it's so cool that these dungeons and ruins that time forgot can be found and explored by someone like me. The world I live in today is a result of things that happened long ago. Someday, I'll gather enough information from ruins like these to prove that.
Ooh, that was a close one for comfort. Blah, 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 inferno, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we better head back. And cutscene. Maybe. Oh, shit. Maybe he shows up down here somewhere. Oh, probably here. They gotta show General Leo of Althena's guard. Wild. That was close. Nah, it's because the characters have their own names. Running away from all those flaming monsters and giant boulders really wore me out. Girl, why don't we stand at the statue and send a prayer to Althena? I always feel better after sending receiving a blessing from the goddess. Oh shit, there's a run button! Wild. So what's even more wild is normally now, like, you'd usually just go down a little bit and then the General Leo shows up in the ship and then stuff. Why, hello, Galadriel. Hello, I love you. I'm not a dwarf. Hello, I love you. How are you doing? I'm not a dwarf. You're the dwarf! You're a dwarf Galadriel of Dwarfington. Alright, this one has been properly tested. Definitely some cross wires in that controller. It is quite disheartening. It definitely looks well used, but it also looks like it was put through a cleaner. There's a lot of circular kind of very, very light marks. To where, like, when you look at it, you can see that it was definitely put through like a CD buffer. But that's the first disc. The first disc especially sees lots and lots of love. There's light circular marks. Very light abrasions kind of around the edge. That means that, like, whenever somebody was playing this in the PlayStation, it was kind of a common thing to happen where, like, the disc was spinning and if somebody wanted to, like, stop the game and take it out and then, you know, they wanted to go, like, grab it fast or whatever, they might push down on it a little bit while it's still spinning, and then it would touch the plastic, the edges. It would get these little circular looking scratches there. Most of the time, though, they're just not a problem whatsoever. I am an elf, so I have to control the number of dwarf on Earth and middle temperatures. And you don't seem to be doing a very good job. It's like billions of degrees out where you are. I'm glad to see you, though. I hope that you've been keeping as safe as possible. Things definitely are so very dangerous out there with the temperature. Please insert disc 1. Alright, that works. Will you fucking do what I tell you to? Sometimes when I let go of the button, it presses a button to leave. Return to normal now. Oh, is it getting a little better? Oh. Getting hot out here. But here in Chicago, you know, it was getting bad, but it wasn't too bad. Well, not for me anyway. I like hot weather. Here in Chicago, we're not really, you know, we're not strangers to extreme temperatures. We get a lot of those out here. Getting temperatures, you know, near like one thing. Oh, it looks pretty good. There's a slight blemish, but it's fine. You know, we're used to getting temperatures that could be like, you know, negative 30°C during the winter. Our winters normally can get extremely cold, but lately they've been getting pretty warm. But every once in a while we have a bit of a cold snap. We have a polar vortex and we'll get to like negative 40 Celsius. We'll get negative 40, negative 50 Celsius, almost Siberian temperatures. And in the summers, usually around this time, in June, July, mostly like July especially, we're used to seeing temperatures that get up to around 40 Celsius. You know, like 100, maybe 104, 105. That's usually like the highest that it get, you know, usually. But now we're about to get the temperatures to where like it feels like it's 110, 120, like records are being broken here in the States. So yeah, everything's fucked up. And over where you are, many more records being broken. Lots of people dying. Because at least here in the States, pretty much everyone has air conditioning, right? So you were two dwarves? No. I am not a dwarf at all. I'm 10 celestial entities in a trench coat. I think this is the making of, so it's probably going to start automatically. I'm going to watch a little bit of the... making.
At 7 o'clock on a July morning in 1999, young citizens of Tokyo began to gather outside a shop in the Akihabara district. They were here for a chance to meet two of the creators of Lunar, Toshiyuki Kuboka, the artist who designed the Lunar characters and the world they inhabit, and Kei Shigema, writer of the Lunar scenarios. Lunar Eternal Blue is, for me, it was my very first game when it was released for Sega Saturn.
Oh.
The characters are very good. Each heroine of the series is very cute. That's why I like them.
I know dwarf entities. What's your name? Federico?
The world view and music and illustrations are very pretty. I can see that they didn't skimp on anything when they made it. I can see it in the game. Which scene was the most difficult to create when you were working on each game? Quite a number of people came to see us, and this was the first time for me to have an opportunity to meet in person with the Lunar fans. I believe this was a very valuable opportunity that I was afforded. Even though it was planned rather quickly, there were so many fans that came. In addition, they spoke of Lunar in such enthusiastic terms, so I was very happy with it. I also noticed that there were more girls than boys present, which I did not expect, and that made me feel good. Though I had to get up early to come here, it paid off, and I am really, really happy to have this.
Mia.
This is Lamina that Mr. Kuboka...
Oh, that's her daughter.
One thing that really just blows me away is the fact that the US version of Lunar 1 was imported back into Japan by fans in Japan.
Eternal Blue is in the genre of a role-playing game. There are animations in the event scenes, and those animations are very high quality. And the story is also very efficient in terms of appealing to the players. I think Eternal Blue is one of the greatest RPG games to utilize animation that was ever...
Yeah, it's for Lunar 2 Eternal Blue. However, this really is all just part of a testing session, and we're done. You got here just in time for me to leave.
With a game like Lunar, which was well received in Japan.
But yeah, the Eternal Blue Lunar 2 Eternal Blue discs, one of the things that it comes with is a making of. And so we're making sure this is not here. Bye! Bye then! Yeah, I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna go and hang out with Prods and Natty tomorrow for the 4th of July. It's gonna be so cool.
And then when it came to the US, it has gained momentum with every release. Every release has been more than the one before.
The most enjoyable thing for me as a producer is to recognize that people from all over the world will respond to our games.
But my PlayStation 3 controller, unfortunately, we're finding out today is it's a little wonky.
People like
I need to open it up and clean up some of the context on there. I'm not even really sure what kind of junk in there. The making of the game, and can fuck off because I'm going to sleep. I am tired and my muscles ache. I must lay down and turn off. Party's at 5, so we'll be swinging around 4. Roger that. Muchos gracias, Senor Pradinas. Can you remember the recent release highlights for Dust 514? Pretty cool, huh? This was a game. This game is how me and Pradinis met. We met playing this game online. I miss this game. I miss it a little bit too. I'm sad that CCP is going the way of AI. It was never quite what we wanted or what was needed. Yeah, absolutely. That's probably one of the most accurate things to truly say about this game. Oh boy. Oh, my bad. Whatever. It's just a TV show anyway. Who really cares? There could have been real resource integration with our Eve characters. That would have been great, I think. I agree. I care if you care. Legit. Thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out with me today while I tested out and had fun looking at a bunch of old cool stuff from back in the day. And when we find out that my PlayStation 3 controller sadly is all sorts of fucked up. Did I say turn off? Did I say different? Oh yeah, I forgot that there's other visualizers that they have. But my favorite one. See, I'm not even pressing those fucking buttons, dude. And it's like hopping around. It's quite sensitive. I'm gonna have to look up a repair thing or whatever. Open it up, get some alcohol in there. Rub it down. Give it a nice, give it a good rub. Bye. Thank you very much, everybody. All of you are fantastic. I love you all very much. And tomorrow I'm gonna be busy, so I don't know what kind of streaming might be done tomorrow, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll see you when I see you. Hopefully I won't blow my hand off or nothing, right, Prods? Now the alcohol goes to the controller, not the DJ. Yeah, right. Why? ¿Por qué no los dos? Huh? ¿Por qué no los dos? Thank you so much. I love you. Bye.